What's up, everybody? Welcome back to D-Train Games and the Hunter Call of the Wild. Today, we've got a very exciting stream for you guys. I am actually doing the double spawn trap method. That is correct. We are hunting all the ponds. We are doing some of the river. It's a brand new grind method that I tried last night, and I went immediately from where we left off at 135 kills all the way to 143 in one run. So, as long as my Jaguars keep those kind of numbers, again, this is just my second run trying this. But I know that what I got here works, and hopefully it's going to make it for a very quicker pace, a lot more kills today on the stream, and just overall, hopefully it'll be more enjoyable for you guys to watch. But with any further ado, let's jump in and get this thing started. What's up, Zero? Oh, that's great. I'm so happy. So hopefully in the future, whenever you join our multiplayer streams, you won't be disconnecting as much. That's great. Awesome, Zero. I'm glad to hear that. Now, guys, I told you all that with this new grind, the way that I like doing it is I will do 2 or 3 runs on the ponds, and then what I do is I come down here and I pretty much run the entire length of the river. Today I am planning on starting with the ponds, and when I get down here, I think I'm going to take up 3 of these tents and just run my way to these, maybe just 2, because I have noticed there's certain sections on my river that it takes way too long to get through, and I need to add a couple more fast travels to get through all this stuff. And in case you guys are wondering, I know that these are considered exterior zone ponds, but they hold a lot of my Jaguars. So I may also try to do some swapping today and try to get some of my females down here to turn into males. But outside of that, we have some work to do today in 3 hours. So let's get at it. Like I said, we're going to start. Honestly, I need to remove. I don't know if hunting pressure really affects the ponds, but I need to remove some of the hunting pressure. So we're probably going to just do the short run first, guys. I know it's a little bit boring. But again, I'm only planning on doing maybe 2 of these for the entirety of the stream today, if that. So we're going to run the entire length of the river real quick, make sure we shoot any males that we find, just to make sure that we know what's here, and give our ponds the best opportunity to have the most animals in them. What's up, Colton? Welcome, man, welcome. Raven, what's up, guys? You're all here. It's good to have you all. Thank you guys for showing up to the stream. What's up, everybody? The goats are so cute. You love them. Yeah, they were adorable. I love it whenever Raven sends them my farm photos. My wife looks at those kind of things all the time on TikTok, and she cracks up at your baby goats, Raven. She absolutely loved them. As soon as she saw them, she just started laughing at how adorable they were. Like it just really warms my wife's hearts to see like baby animals. So it's been awesome. Thank you for sharing your memories with us. Yeah, we're all doing good. We're all doing good. Just trying to get this great one to show up, man. And like I said, guys, we are only one and doneing these Jaguars. Again, I like this grind. I think it is fun. But I think I like just the normal types of grinds more than I do the way you have to grind the Jaguar. So, unfortunately, for the time being, I am going to say that I'm just going to do a one and done on the Jags. And plus, I really do want to do a whitetail grind on this map if we can. I think the whitetail are goated on this map, and I'm really wanting to find out what's going on with those. I just heard a growl, but I don't know if that was... I didn't get a threat indicator or a fleeing indicator. Okay, there's a threat. But I'm not sure if it's a jag or if it's a croc. Or caiman, rather. We may start out dying today. I don't see a drinking zone, so I'm assuming it's a caiman. No, wait, the drinking zone's back there. Duh. Let me see. I still think it's a caiman. I haven't heard any growling. Whoop. Nope. It is an aggressive jag. Alright. Duke, get out of the way, man. Duke, seriously, you're trying to get me killed here, brother. Move. I am so lucky that cat got stuck on the branches. I would have been dead 3 times over if not for that branch. Good grief. Yeah, we love them, Raven. It's a lot of fun for us to look through those photos. We've been enjoying them a lot. Thank you. Nice little mythical to get things started. We'll take that. Oh, I got you, Zero. Yeah, I've got the best melanistic I have is a mythical. I have a mythical. I think that's like 2 or 3 points below diamond, maybe more. But yeah, that's the only one I've taxed so far as ones I'm gonna keep. Of course, I've taxed like gold animals and stuff for the missions, but I'll be deleting those. I just did that for the mission alone. Now, guys, like I said, we are going to do a normal run of the river this time around because I need to feel out where the biggest gaps are. And plus, I'm trying to remove some of the hunting pressure off of the ponds. Again, I don't think it really matters too much, but I just don't like having like a lot of pressure on my areas either way. So we are going to do this a little bit boring to start the stream off with. But as soon as we get through this river run, we're moving straight to the ponds, and we'll do the pond runs for about 3 or 4 different runs. So this will be one run that we're going to do, and then the rest of the time we're going to try to spend our time on the ponds, and we might try to do the river one more time. Again, I'm trying to tweak it as I go. But I like having more areas to grind than less, so I really don't care too much about hunting the exterior zones. I do actually like to go and like hunt the creek every so often and whatnot. So it doesn't bother me that my grind may be not as repetitive as other people's grinds, but it's like a combination of actual hunting along with grinding is the way that I have this, and I actually do enjoy it this way. For those of you that are doing the Jaguar grind, what color are you guys wanting? For me, I obviously want the black one, the one with the black and the gold sides. But I also really do like the one that's white with like the gray back on it. But yeah, those are probably the two that I would want most. But then again, I'd be happy with any Great One Jag that we get. All right, we're gonna fast travel down here real quick because this bottom beach would be in view a lot faster than what it would take us to run down there. So we're going to fast travel here, go down to the beach, see what's there, fast travel back here again, and then go to the places where I have my tripod set up. You guys, like I said, you won't see my new grinding method until after we finish this river run. I try to run the river, I think, after every 3 runs on the ponds. So I'll do 3 time resets on the ponds, and then I'll run the length of the river just to make sure that I've shot everything off the river. And then I'll do the creek run very, very seldomly. I'm not very big on the creek, but where I do shoot the exterior zones, and I'm actually using those as grinding zones as well, I do have to check the creek at least once, maybe every 10 runs or so. We got a threat. I think that might be a caiman, though, because I've never had... there's that tapir that's always here. I've never had a jaguar attack me right in this area, so that should be a caiman. We're going to go ahead and teleport back. You haven't even bought the map yet, Colton? You will. Like I said, I will go ahead and tell you guys, this is my favorite new free roam map. I am not gonna kid. I'm not kidding you guys. Out of every map in the game, this has definitely become my favorite one to free roam in. Recently it was Emerald Coast. I would say that one's one of my favorites to just free roam around on. But this one has taken my heart. I think the mountain areas are a beast to hunt in. Probably some of the best mountain hunting in the game, if not the best. And then the jungle environment is just so different, man. I mean, I know running the river is kind of like how you do it in Africa, but there's just something about the caimans, the capybaras, and the tapirs that you find that just makes it so distinct. And I don't know if you guys will agree with me on that, but that's just how I view the map. I think this map is their best map in the game right now as far as free roam is concerned. And honestly, it may be even up there top tier for whitetail too. Like I said, I'm going to do a whitetail grind on this map. Full HM and everything because I just love the setups for the whitetail. So it's a lot of drink zones, but I'm willing to do the work for it because I really do think that's going to pay off in the long run. I think I'll herd manage all the jungle areas that are hard to get a 10 into, and then everything else I'm going to try to make main zones if I can. What's up, Carmen? Finally make it to the stream. Good to have you. Glad to see you can finally make it. We're currently just trying to get our first ever Jaguar Great One and our only Great One Jaguar. Like I said, I wanted one of these things because I love Jaguars in general, but I think I'll be good after I get one. I kind of just want to go back to doing normal grinds after this, and I'm planning on doing the whitetail grind. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. Also, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and make an announcement to you all, and I'm some of you guys, and I'm hoping you guys will be understanding with this. As you all know, the past several months, I have been staying over an extra hour to make some of my streams be 4 hours on the days that my wife works. That was experimental to see if it would help my channel grow any, see if people would show up a little bit more, and sadly, my channel has not really changed much. It's kind of stayed the same, with how many people come in and watch and whatnot. So, with that in mind, I've been kind of getting in the mood where when my wife gets home, I just kind of want to spend that time with her. So, after this Friday, guys, my schedule is going to go strictly on her schedule, which means that I will stream earlier if I can. So, if she has like a 11:30, 12 o'clock lunch, then I'll start my streams early. But it looks like that we may be doing 3 days a week from 2 to 5 from now on. Or just whenever she gets off. Because I do kind of want to spend that time with her when she gets home. she's worked all day. She wants to see her husband and spend time with me, so I am not going to hinder that from us anymore. I will still have 3 days a week. I will still be streaming until 6 on the days that she gets off at 6, like on Fridays and stuff. But like I said, I just think that I'm just gonna go back to ending the stream whenever she gets off work, because I haven't really enjoyed too much seeing her come home and me not be able to just do stuff with her right away myself. And yeah, so we're gonna go back to the way that my streams used to be. And like I said, maybe if we ever hit 1,000 subscribers, at that point I might consider I might go ahead and consider extending how many days a week I do it. But until we hit 1,000 subscribers, guys, we're probably just going to stick to 3 days a week and just doing it based on her schedule. So just want to let you guys know that Friday is going to be the last day that I'm staying over an hour from my wife's work schedule. So we'll probably 3-hour streams 3 days a week, and then then we'll have the occasional 4-hour. Possibly Ghost. You have the same picture as Carmen, so you're either two people like on two different profiles and you're the same person, or you guys are friends and share the same profile picture. But I do remember Carmen. But then again, it's just where Carmen's been asking me for the past several months when I'm going to be live, and never showed up. But either way, I'm glad that she's here now or he's here. But yeah, I remember. I think I remember your name. It's just been a while since I've seen you guys in the stream. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finish out this river run, and then make sure that we shot all the males that we can. If we have a female on the river, I think that we'll leave her, because like I said, I do want to focus primarily on the pawns. So if I find a female on the river, we'll just leave her where she's at. Hello out there. We got a mythical out there ahead of us. Let's go ahead and take care of this boy. So I can get my beat on him. Well, shit, I'm out of breath. I hope he doesn't spook. I was wondering why my scope wouldn't stay still, and it's because I was running low on breath. Go figure. Well, that felt like it should have been a lung. I guess it wasn't. Ah, crap. Dude, come on, man. And I'm out of breath right whenever she gets stuck on a tree, or he gets stuck on a tree. That figures. Oh, come on. Dude, that's so annoying whenever you can't get your breath. You got a new the? Bless me. You'll have to tell me what you got again, Ghost Hunter. You just said you got a new the. I don't think you meant to say that. Shoot, guys, I did not expect for that to go poorly. He was 170, and I had my 160 pin on him, so I figured that would be right on the money, but apparently I was a little bit low. I don't know if that'll kill him or not. If it doesn't kill him, we can come back and get him later, but still, I hate missing out on a Jag. Oh, you got a new count. Okay, cool. Hopefully you're able to find some good trophies on that account. I'm not really big on making multiple accounts on really any game that I play. I just kind of like having everything in one place. I understand the point of having multiple accounts, especially for like competitive gaming and stuff, so that way you can have some accounts that are in lower brackets, so you can have easier games at times. But I'm somebody that kind of likes to stay where I'm meant to be. Did I kill that guy? Nope, he's still alive, so probably try to come back here and get him a little bit later. That dude's just chilling. Anything out here? I'm not seeing a Jag, so I think we're good to skip ahead. Now, I tried to swap a female out last time. There was a female out here, and I tried to swap her because I liked having this zone as a male. But it doesn't look like she's actually here at the moment, unfortunately. Well, alrighty then. What was that? Just spotted something. What was that? Oh, tapir. Okay. We're good. Yeah, I don't think that we killed that guy, unfortunately. Because I'm pretty sure he was up... I mean, this could be him, but I think that we were up here. If I ain't mistaken. I might need to go and track him either way. We'll go back there and look. And like I said, guys, this will be our only river run that we do today. So, probably our only one. So we're going to run the river once and just see what's here this time around. And then we might have to reset time if we run out of time. But I do want to at least check my entirety of my river. And then from there, we're going to go and start bouncing the ponds. Ghost, make sure that you finish your sentences, man. You've cut yourself off again. You've asked if I've been doing the turkey hunting, whatever. So make sure that you finish your sentences. I can't answer questions if you only give me half your question. So I can't answer that one, unfortunately. If you're just asking in general if I've been turkey hunting on the game, no. I've been mainly focusing on Great One grinds, as I normally do. And if you're asking about IRL, I didn't go this year, unfortunately. Just wasn't really feeling up to it. The turkey hunting map, I'm still not sure which map that is. If you're talking about Silver Ridge Peaks, we actually got our Great One Mule Deer off that map already. And then we switched over and started doing a bear grind, and I got my Great One Bear in 44 kills. So, I got my Great One Mule Deer, and then just after the Great One Mule Deer, I got the Great One, my Black Bear. But Colton is wanting to race me for a Black Bear, so we're going to try to get a second one. And for that second one, I'm going to see if we can race. He's wanting me to stop at 162 kills, because that's how deep he is into his grind right now. So, whenever I get to 162 kills after he gets back from his vacation, me and him are going to start racing each other. So, it may not be every stream of the week, and he'll have to get used to that. But whenever I'm grinding bears, I'll give us both a countdown, and then we're both going to start shooting. So, I told him that he could race me for my next and final black bear. There's another one down. I believe that shot should kill that last one. Yeah, I think this might be him. Yeah, I think that is him, and I think we did kill him. So, we'll go back over there and track him after we get done with the rest of the river, or if we need to reset time, we'll just go back there real quick. I'm pretty sure we got that Jaguar we made a bad shot on. Which honestly ain't that big of a deal, because I don't think he was a rare, and he wasn't a diamond either, so it's a good animal to screw up, honestly. And like I said, guys, this river is going to become something that I'll do very rarely. But I am currently trying to work on swapping some of my zones out, because I have a lot of females on the ponds that are the spawn traps. So I'm currently trying to swap out my females more than anything. What? Rude. Hey, I'm walking here. I was going to say, if he stays stuck there, I'm going to go check this place and I'm going to blast him, but he got free. Alright, any Jags out here? Yep, we got a Jag. Oh, we have not the tapir out there. Okay, so what are you? Level 7? Let's see. I don't think that he's a rare. So we're going to take this shot with a 375. Yep. Wasted him. I don't shoot many of these at 375 because it is hard to tell if they're rare sometimes. But lower levels, like that are 7s and below, I'm a little bit less risky with. If I mess up a rare, it's okay. It ain't a diamond or a gold in most cases. Well, it ain't a diamond in most cases, so I don't really worry too much about screwing up level 7s or 6s. Let me put a waypoint on where we're going. There we're going. Oh, it's out there. Okay. You get lost in the jungle so easily. I don't know how many times I've ended up running parallel to the river, thinking I was running down to the river. Okay, so there's a jag down there apparently. Hopefully I haven't disturbed him too much. We're just trying to get down here to check this Jaguar, then we'll give the other one some attention. We don't have a threat indicator, and he didn't give us a fleeing call, so I think we're okay. Hopefully he just kind of stands around alert for a minute or two, then goes back to doing what he's doing. You shot a legendary alligator, did it make diamond? That's awesome. Yeah, I've got, I shot 3 legendary caimans off this map. One of them trolled me. The other one, which was the biggest one, sadly, I ended up missing the bottles just barely, and it did kill him, unfortunately. So, I screwed up my biggest diamond, and then the other one that I got a chance at actually made diamond. So, I've had some pretty decent luck, and I've also got an albino caiman. That was a level 6. And it's in the trophy montage that I released recently. If you haven't watched that, make sure you guys go and watch that. It's not the most impressive montage on Earth, but it has some pretty cool trophies in there. There's our jag. Yeah, I didn't think that he was anything too special. I really do want a diamond black one, though. I really do. I haven't had one that's a diamond yet that's black, but I'm sure it'll happen eventually. Alright, now hopefully that other Jaguar that we heard the call from, hopefully he's still there. But I am planning on getting more tents put on the river. Just as you guys can see, it's a little bit too slow on this particular section. So, I am going to try to get at least a couple more tents and try to put them down here if I can. Just to help us move along a little faster. Yep. This is how I normally do it, though, guys. I usually do one river run, and then I'll do several pond runs, and then which is the fun part. And then, depending on how that goes, it will depend on what I do the rest of the time. Yeah, he's still there. Alright, good. He's level 6. I'm honestly kind of tempted to leave him. I don't know. The level 5. I have seen level 5s. And I would rather him be a level 5. So I think we're good to go ahead and pop him. If we find any level 5s down here along the river, we'll just leave them. So that way we know where they are and we can just keep doing our thing. Dude, I don't know why that my scope is so wobbly this evening. It could just be me too. I don't know. There we go. Whoop. Turn me back around. But if you guys can tell, though, we are finding more Jaguars today than we were 2 days ago. I really have worked on this new method, and it has helped these spawn numbers at least. So I'm able to kill quite a few Jags, even though it takes a little bit of running to do so. So I've been a lot happier with this. And Wolf Boss, I don't know if you're out there, but Wolf was the one who sent me the a video that showed where the home ranges of these animals are. And some people are hunting one home range, some people are hunting both, like myself. Because I enjoy having more areas to hunt than less. So, there's a female. Okay. Female. I don't want a female in these zones. Honestly, I think she's an exterior, though. I think down here... Yeah, I think that down here is where, like, the worry is. So I might actually leave her, to tell you the truth. Because I'll know where she's at. I don't want her on the pawns. So, I think what we'll do is leave that female where she's at. Because we're not necessarily after females anyways. Alrighty. Let's move on. I think we're safe to move down here. Alright. Let's go this way first. Check this little offshoot. I do get Jags down here sometimes. And then after this, we'll go and check the other side. There's a Jag. Level 7, not bad. We'll take that. As you guys can see, my respawns are a lot better than the last time you guys saw. The last stream that we did, we shot very few Jags. They just weren't working the way I wanted them to. I've really put a lot of work into these. I've shot a lot more than you guys know, and I've been working a lot on my spots to make sure that they're getting a lot more Jags in them. I want the streams to be more fun than what they were, but you know, you got to start somewhere with every grind. Sometimes I do get doubles, but I don't see another Jag, so I think we're good. Ghost, are you meaning to say it's basically a great one, or I'm basically a great one? I'm not sure what you're saying there in that sentence. I don't know if you meant to have an I'm there, or if you meant to have an it's. But man, make sure that you get your sentences where they make sense, okay? Like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but make sure that you're not talking to sentence fragments, and make sure that you've spelled things correctly, because I don't want to have to keep asking over and over again what you're meaning by things, because eventually I might see it as you're trying to troll me. So just make sure that whenever you put things in chat, make sure that I can read them easily and know exactly what you're saying. I want to be able to answer your questions to the best of my ability, and I can't do it if I don't understand what you're saying. Alright, let's see. Oh, whoa, there we go. There was something spotted there. Where? What did I spot? I just saw something. It could have been a caiman. There are a lot of caimans here. I don't see anything. I'm guessing that was a caiman that I came across. Huh. Well, if it's a Jag, then hopefully we'll be able to find its zone when we go back that direction. We are nearly done with the river run, guys, by the way. Unfortunately, we might have to do a time reset. But we're gonna go check and see if anything is here afterwards, and then we're gonna do a time reset, and then we're gonna check this small little area that we're currently in, and just make sure that there wasn't anything here that we missed. And at that point, we're gonna go ahead and jump over to the ponds and try to shoot a lot more of these guys. What's up, Josh? Welcome to the stream, man. Glad to have you. Talk about whatever you want to. Just keep it family friendly. So the weapons I'm currently using is the 375 and the 308 Olsen. There's not that many times where you'll have double Jaguars in a zone. So I like using the bolt actions for this round. I mainly have the 375 for Caimans, though. I don't really use it too much on Jaguars, unless it's like a really small Jaguar and I know it's not a rare. At that point, I'll use it for the Jags. But yeah, I mostly have my 375 for Caimans, because as you can see, they like to charge me. And I wouldn't care to get a few trophy Caiman along the way. Don't see a Jag, so I should be fine to shoot this guy. There we go. Alrighty, let's go time reset, and then we're gonna come back and check this little zone again real quick, just to make sure, because we ran out of time as soon as we got here. And then we're gonna go bounce around some ponds for a little bit, do about 3 or 4 runs on the ponds, which will be a lot more fun. Oh, you're fine, Zero. I appreciate it. I'll take it either way, man. Alrighty. Reset time, do my menu reset, and then we're gonna go back down there where we left off and see what make sure there's no Jaguars that we need to take care of. I think what I'm gonna do though is that I need to move this tent. It's in a really good place, but it makes it where I have to run all the way around through here, and I also think it's a little bit too close to this side, maybe. I'm not sure. We'll go over there real quick and double check. If I see anything fleeing, then I know it's too close, but I'm pretty sure it's in a good spot. It puts me right in the middle of both areas you can find Jags. You brought this 375 the other day. It's a powerful weapon. Yeah, it is. It's very, very good. I love the 375. I will say though that my favorite like power weapon in the game is the 500. The 500 is a beast, man. I mean, I know there's only like a limited amount of animals that you can shoot and get full credit for, but I absolutely love the Jefferson. Like, it is so much fun to fire. I love the 500. 375 is easily the best overall weapon though in the game if you're wanting to look for powerhouse, because it does give you 7, 8, and 5. And I really wish the Jefferson did too. Like, if you could shoot 7 and 8s with the 500, dude, that'd be so much better. Like, I would love that, man. Okay, I don't think there is any Jags that direction, so we're gonna just go back to the tent real quick, and we're gonna run and check out the other direction. I actually do get Jaguars like over here quite frequently, like on this little bank here. I tend to get Jaguars over there quite a bit. Okay, so I think it was a caiman that we were spotting last time, and I think it was in the water. What's the best weapon to one-shot drop most animals? So if you're talking about like grinding weapons, so the weapon I use for grinds is I use the 300 AR. Like I said, excluding the Jaguar grind because there's just not that many animals to shoot, so there's no reason to use the automatic weapons. But in my opinion, and I love the bolt actions more overall if I had to use one or the other. But if you're using a weapon that'll one-shot drop most animals on any grind, it's a 300 AR. That gun is very fast shooting, and it usually drops any animal as long as you hit them at least in the lungs. If you're talking about like ethical weapons, I am a fool for the 308. Whether it's the bolt action or the AR, the 308 is the best rifle in the game, in my opinion. Again, you can't take out level 9s with it, but it covers like 4 through 8. So yeah, in my opinion, the 308 is the best weapon in the game if you're free roaming with it. And it also is a beast when using it for grinding as well. So if you're wanting to do grinds with it, that is also a really good weapon. Now the 7mm is also a really good choice too. However, it doesn't have an automatic version of the rifle just yet in the game, so I would really only recommend using it in free roam. But if you look at the stats, the 308 actually does better penetration and better bleed rate than the 7mm, which honestly makes me wonder why can't you take out level 9s with the 308. But I guess the game just didn't want to have two weapons that they could cover most classes. But yeah, in my opinion, those are the best weapons in the game. 308 is the best overall weapon in the game. The 375 is the best free roam 7 through 9 weapon. And then the 300 in general is just the best weapon for grinding. Any animals that are 7 through 9, or just if you're wanting to shoot anything that isn't diamond or rare. Also, just to give you a little bit of background on me, Josh, thank you very much for joining the chat. So I'll give you a little bit of background on me in case you're interested in subscribing and trying to help the channel grow. I have over 4,000 hours in this game between the PS4 and PS5. I started grinding in 2021, and I have all the great ones in the game except for just a couple that I'm not really interested in. But I have 3 whitetails, 2 fallows, and then I have 1 of all the others. And yeah, we're currently working towards building those up, obviously, and trying to get my first Jaguar. And I do everything on stream. I do not do grinds off stream most of the time. But the Jaguar is a different story because it's a slow grind. So that's been the only one where I'm actually doing it off stream. There's a Jag. But I always shoot my great ones on stream, though. So unless it's like a complete duplicate that we already have, you guys will always get to see me shoot my great ones live. And if you're on PlayStation, this Friday, at the end of every month, we do a multiplayer stream where I actually open up my maps to the public. And it's a first come first served stream, but you're more than welcome to hunt with us. Like it's open comms and everything. So at the end of every month, I also do a monthly multiplayer stream where I actually hunt with my subscribers or anybody else that wants to join the maps. Yep, that is my channel in a nutshell. We also do some storyliners from time to time. If I want to do playthroughs or live stream certain games, we also branch out and play other games as well every so often. Thank you very much, Josh. I appreciate you, man. And if you have any friends or family that want to play the game and you think may enjoy my channel, please recommend it to them. It is my dream to be a Call of the Wild streamer. I don't feel that I have like the creativity it takes to make videos all the time, but I feel that I do love streaming and being like interacting with people during my gameplay. So if I ever hit 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna try to add more days to the streams per week. We're also gonna try to add more hours to the streams. Right now, we are streaming 3 days a week for about 3 to 4 hours at a time, depending on my wife's schedule. So and I post my schedule every Sunday on my post section. So every week that's on Sunday afternoon or evening, I always post my schedule so that you guys know exactly which days I'm streaming. Yeah, man, thank you very much for the support, man. I really appreciate you. Thank you. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and bounce to the pawns. This is where it's going to be fun. This is where it's going to be fun, guys, because I usually have a lot of jags on my pawns. So I usually do about 3 or 4 runs just the pawns alone, and then I'll do another river run. But again, I did that run there so I could figure out where I needed to put tents. So I'm trying to strategize where I can have the fewest amount of tents possible, but make it to where I can skip certain long sections on the beach, so that way I don't have to just like constantly run. But I will figure that out on my own time. We ain't gonna worry about tents and stuff today. Okay, there's a jag. That is a female. I need to swap her, and there's our male. Okay, so he's a 7 mela, so I can blast him with the 375. That'll take care of him. The female can keep stalking us if she wants to. For now, she gets to stay. Like I said, I am doing swapping off stream because I know that swapping can be kind of boring to watch. Because I have to shoot a female, go somewhere else on the map entirely different, and just find the male and shoot it. So we're not going to do that on stream today. I'll keep you guys from watching that boring stuff. But hopefully over time, I will get this to where it's all males. Alrighty, there's that. Bounce up here to this pond. I do these 2 ponds differently. I actually come up to this one first, shoot whatever's here, and then I have a tripod set up where I can shoot down to the second pond. It makes it a lot easier. So that second pond, you spook a lot of the time. What are you? Stop running. Level 7, so he gets a 375 treatment. If he'll stop running. Oh, that's a bad shot. That was my bad, guys. I did not mean to pull the trigger. I got really excited there for whatever reason, and I was holding my controller very tight. And I ended up pulling the triggers by accident. That was not an intentional shot. Is he still on this side? No, I think he crossed, didn't he? Well, that was my fault, guys. We'll have to shoot that one later. That was my bad. Well, I don't know why, but I tend to grip my controller really tight whenever I get excited or have really intense moments in games, and it causes me to pull the triggers on my controller every so often. Just out of shock, I guess. I really don't know how to put it. But yeah, that was totally unintentional. I meant to wait a second or two. Alright, anything down here? So this is how I have this set up. It makes it where you can actually see everything from right here, and then you also have a tripod. So that way, you can keep some pressure down if need be. It does not look like we have anything down there at the moment, though, so I ain't going to worry about it too much. And while we're on the ponds, I actually need to switch my scopes over. I actually do use the nighttime scopes on the ponds because they're pretty close range. Yes, Josh. So on average, I usually don't use bolt actions at all during Great One grinds. I usually use the 308 AR and the 300 AR, but I use the 300 for everything other than rares and diamonds. So rares and diamonds are the only 2 things that get the 308 bullet. Everything else takes 300. And it will drop most animals that you're hunting. Again, if you're hunting the level 7 or 8, like if you're doing a moose grind or something like that, of course it's not going to drop them instantly, but it definitely does the job a lot faster than a 308 would do. So, yeah, the 300 AR is definitely the way to go with Great One grinds, in my opinion. I just don't use anything else, really. This grind is an exception just because there's so few animals. So you really don't have to worry about using automatic weapons, really. But yeah, in my personal opinion, yeah, for free roaming, the 308 is always going to be my favorite, mid game weapon. Now, if you're looking for small game, like level 2 to 3, I would definitely recommend the 257. For the pump action rifle, the 257 is the best gun in the game for class 2 and 3. It's pretty good on class 4s as well, but yeah, for 2 and 3 classes, 257 is the best. If you don't want to buy the DLC, then the 243 will get the job done almost as good. It doesn't have as much of a punch, so most animals will run a little ways when you shoot them with the 243, but they won't run as far as they usually do with it. Like, 257 will usually drop those animals in the 2 or 3 class range. So, for classes 2 to 3, 257 all the way. 4 through 8 is definitely the 308, either version. And then for classes 7 through 9, it will be the 375 or the 300. And then if you're just doing class 9, it's the 500. Those are in my opinion the best weapons in the entire game. Also, man, it's okay if you're on Xbox. I mean, you'll still be part of the stream either way. So, like, during the multiplayer streams, my mind is obviously going to be a little bit split where I'm talking to people in real life as well. But I do try to keep up with my chat, and I make sure that I try to entertain chat as well as much as I can. So, if you still want to hang out during the stream, I really would appreciate that as well. I mean, like I said, we're still going to hang out, have a good time. Any trophies that we find, you get to see me shoot them. So, ooh, hello out there, Mythical. Dude, I love this pawn, man. I know it's not necessarily like the pawns that most people are saying you need to hunt, but I usually get two males in this pond every time. It's a mythical, but he's black, so I'm going to give him 308 treatment so that way I don't ruin him. And we're dead. Yep, hi. Run, character. Okay, that guy gave up. Yeah, I would run too if I were you, sir. I was about to pull the 375 out on you. Dude, I tell you what, if that guy would have gave me just a couple more seconds, I'm pretty sure we would have got both. Alright, let's run over here and at least get this myth. I always try to shoot the biggest one. So, if you guys are in a predicament like that, no matter what grind you're doing, if you have several animals, always shoot the biggest one first. I tend to have a lot more rares and a lot more diamonds, and even great ones spawn off the bigger animals. So, if you have like a 6, a 7, and an 8, shoot the 8 first, then try for the 7, and then try for the 6. If you can. Again, as long as you get the biggest one down first, it really don't matter which one you follow up with, but anytime I'm doing a great one grind, I always try to make sure the biggest animal gets down first. Because those have the highest potentials at trophies, in my opinion. Or for trophies, rather, not at trophies. This guy float. You better not be a floater, man. Oh, he's out there. Okay, never mind. He was up above me. I couldn't see him. Dude, I love these things, man. I really want to get a diamond to this. I really want a diamond melanistic and a diamond melanistic charcoal if I could. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, I think I've got a Jaguar up here on this pond. It could be one of these down here, but I think from last night, I think I have a Jaguar up here. So we're gonna go to this one first, and then run up here to that one. Because I think that I have one on the opposite side of the pond from this area. Oh, okay, Josh. Well, I really appreciate you, man. But yeah, just make sure that you know what time it is. In America, I'm Eastern Standard Time. And we're always streaming from like 2 to 5. So that is our average stream time is 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 5 o'clock in the evening. So about 3 hours. But my wife also has days where she gets off at 6 sometimes. So I'll be getting off at 6 on those days. I was originally staying over an extra hour just to make sure that all my streams are about 4 hours apiece. But I've just got to the point now to where I really just don't want to be like unavailable when my wife gets home. So I've decided that starting next week, I'm just going to go by her schedule strictly. So whenever she gets off work, I'll be getting off my streams. But yeah, we try to do 3 days a week, and I try to post videos and stuff. So like, if I get any kind of rares or trophies off stream, other than diamonds, of course, because everybody's going to get diamonds. But if I get cool rares, animals that stick out, I always make sure that I make my shorts for you guys. So I try my best to at least keep some things rolling, even though it's not full-fledged videos. But yeah, man, I appreciate you wanting to hang out with us with that multiplayer stream. Like I said, I won't be talking to chat as much because I'll be mostly focusing on the people that's not on the map with me, and I'm gonna have to make sure that nobody's getting trolled and that the map isn't getting like obliterated with hunting pressure. But at the same time, I do try to look down at my chat every so often to make sure that I'm at least replying to people in chat if they're talking to me. You'll just have to be a little bit patient with me. Yep, I knew that I had one down there. He is not a rare, so you, sir, are going to get the 375. Can you stop running, please? I'm just going to sit right here. I got a good opening right there. That'll do it. Alright, good. So I did remember which pond it was. Yeah, this pond, I don't know what it is, but I always get Jaguars, like, all over it. It'll either be on that side, this side, I can get them on the sides of the ponds. Like, it's always different on this area. But yeah, guys, like I said, we're not going to do the river. Maybe we might do the river one more time this stream, if that. But yeah, like I said, that's just usually how I do things. Is I'll do one run of the river to start off with, and then I'll now work the pawns for 2 or 3 runs, and then I'll do the river again. I basically just shoot my pawns until my males have left. Because once I don't have that many males on my pawns, at that point I know they're on the river. So that's usually how I do things. Nothing up here. Interesting. This is actually a pretty profitable pawn for me. Most of the time I do have Jaguars up here. But it looks like not this run. Also, guys, if you are enjoying the stream up to this point, please make sure you guys leave a like for the channel. The like button is free, and it also helps the algorithm, so it brings more people into the channel. So I really would appreciate you guys hitting the like button as much as you can for me on anything I drop. Also, make sure that you guys subscribe if you haven't already. We are trying to get to 700 subscribers and hopefully 1,000 by the end of the year. If not, maybe even more. So I really would appreciate your all's assistance. Also, one more reminder for you guys. We're at 2,700 out of 3,000. As far as hang on. Okay. So apparently that was a miss. Interesting. Where's this Jaguar at? I'm being charged apparently by one. I didn't want that. Where is it? If I die, at least I'm by my tent. I need to go check that Jaguar, guys. He looked different. I think that might have been a rare. That may be a rare mythical. Because I need to go check him. Where? Woo! Where you at? Dude, where was it? Oh, it was the female. That's right, I have a female on this side of the pond. Okay. Let me run over here real quick, guys. I think that guy looks very bright. I'm hoping it wasn't an albino, but if it was, I'm definitely going to be wanting him. This pond is one of my complicated ponds. It is so hard to get a tent set up on this pond that doesn't spook animals. So, I might need to move it closer because sometimes it'll cause them to attack you if you're closer to them. But I do need to at least try to find out what fur color this guy was. Because he did look awfully bright in my binoculars. Let me see. Where were you standing, sir? Dude, I don't know where this guy's tracks are. He was in here somewhere. Is this him? No, that was a... Oh, there's where they were. So I was closer to it than what it was. Okay, this is his tracks. There's a disturbed veg. Let me see what he was. Oh, he's rosetted. Okay. False alarm. I thought he was a rare, but apparently he's just a normal. Okay, let's see. Anything else out here? Hello. Was that a jag? Nope, this is breaking the rocks. Interesting, guys. Oh, there's one. It's a female, though. Yeah, like I said, I do have some females that need to be swapped out, and these bottom pawns are the ones that need to be swapped, to be honest. The only problem is that a lot of my setups, as you guys can see, it is so hard on console, because when you're on PC, I don't know if you guys know this, but PC, you actually fast travel a lot faster. Hello, are you a sir or are you a ma'am? You're a female, okay. But on console, you actually take like a second or two longer to fast travel than you do on PC. So, doing the pawn method on console is actually a little bit more complicated. Because by the time you get to your tent, the animals have already spooked usually. So, that's the only downside on doing this method on console, is the fact that a lot of the times that you get to your pawns, they're going to be spooked off. We have enough time for a second run, so we're just going to keep running the pawns. What's up, Rebecca? You got some fireworks? Nice. I hope you guys have a good 4th of July. Also, guys, from the 10th through the 17th, there will be no content on the channel. My wife and I will be leaving for our anniversary, my birthday, as well as her vacation. So, the 10th through the 17th, there should not be anything on the channel. But as soon as I get back and get things settled, we will return. But yeah, the July the 10th through the 17th, I do believe is whenever I'm going to be on vacation myself. So, while she's on vacation, I'll be on vacation. I figured this guy would come back. We shot at this guy earlier and it spooked him off, unfortunately. Yeah, it doesn't look like he returned, unfortunate. So he'll probably have to be back here after the time reset. And again, guys, I do like this grind, but I don't absolutely love it. And that's the main reason why we're not going to do more than just one Jaguar. So as soon as we do get the Great One Jaguar to show, this will be the only one I get. Hopefully I get him soon. I really don't want it to be like a 1,000 plus grind. I'm hoping that I get him sub 1,000 kills. But yeah, I did at least want one Jag. I just didn't want more than one, really. I just don't really want to do this type of grind for more than one run. But I do enjoy it. I just don't think it's one of my favorite grinds, though it is one of my favorite, my Great One animals at least. What are you guys talking about? I see that you're thanking Zero for something. What did Zero do? Out of curiosity. Did Zero help you find the channel, or like I'm just trying to understand what's going on with that conversation. I didn't know. Also, guys, in case any of you guys are wondering if I will be doing Trophy Lodge tours, I will be doing that again. But as our channel grows, and as soon as it gets to where there's like a lot of people, we're probably not going to be doing it anymore. So I know that a lot of you love when we do the Trophy Lodge tours at the end of the year, but that is going to only be a thing until there's way too many people on the channel to be able to do it. So we are going to do that this year. Good night. What a shot. We are going to do that this year at the end of the year, but after we get to like 1,000 people on the channel, and I just can't do it. I can't obviously go to like hundreds of people's trophy lodges. So we will do another trophy lodge tour this year at the end of the year. And then if we're over 1,000 subs, that may be the final one we do. Also, if you guys are wondering if I'm doing any trophy lodge tour videos for my own trophy lodges, that will come back as well. But right now, I'm kind of wanting to make sure that I have things completed the way I wanted. I want to be able to get my second black bear, so that way I have like my full multi-mount done in my North American lodge. I'm wanting to be able to get our next fallow deer, because that's my third and final fallow deer I think I'm going to go for a while, and I want to make sure that one's done before I do the European lodge tour. And then as far as like the Great One Jaguar, I'm not sure if I'm wanting to make like a Peruvian trophy lodge and just make it to where it's like nothing but animals that you can find on Peru, or if I'm wanting to like add that to like the European lodge and maybe rename the lodge to something else. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the animals I get off this map. But like I said, I will have videos coming out in the future showing off my trophy lodges again. It's just I'm wanting to make sure that I have them completed pretty much to the point to where at least completed to the majority of where I want them to be first. Oh, it's right down here below me. I passed him up. There he is. What's up, Jaggy? Nice little rosetted. Like I said, I normally do 2 runs, guys. If you're doing all the pawns like I'm doing, you usually can get 2 runs in. So that's usually what I do. Now those bottom pawns, I'm not going to worry about them. They probably won't have respawns in them until later. But we are going to check these upper pawns, and then we're probably going to reset time. Again, if we happen to get to the point where I'm only killing like 2 or 3 jags off the pawns, we will have to do another run of the river. But we've still got 2 hours today in the stream, so what I'm probably going to do is try to find some a couple of tents that I can sacrifice. I'm actually thinking about sacrificing this one and maybe that one. Well, maybe not that one. I'm not sure yet, but I was thinking about sacrificing this one just so that way, because I can run to these pawns easily. And then I might do this one as well as that one, or I might actually do this one and that one, so that way I can have a middle pawn. Check this one first, run up to that one, fast travel back down here, then check these. Like I said, I want to be able to run the river a little bit faster, so we might actually end up doing that on stream today. Trying to find some places for the tents. So that way when we do the river run, I can skip certain sections of the beach as long as I know there's nothing ahead of us. Oh, okay, Zero. Thank you very much for helping him. I appreciate you. You're just coming back from the fireworks stand. I'll be back in 30 minutes. All right, you're fine, Rebecca. We'll see you in 30 minutes. Your lodge is growing, Zero. I cannot wait to see the trophies, guys. I cannot wait to see the trophies. Again, this year we will be doing a competition again. So favorite trophies, so I'll be going to everybody's trophy lodge that can make it for the duration of December, I believe. Um, yeah, I believe we're gonna be doing it in December again, and I'll be visiting anybody's lodges that I can visit. If you're not on PS5 and I can't visit your lodges, you're more than welcome to join my videos. Showing off your trophy lodge. Just make sure that you say that you're entering it for the trophy lodge competition. If you're not wanting to do the trophy lodge tours competition, then you can just do the favorite trophies. And you can post your favorite trophies from your lodge, and it can be part of the competition that way. Like I said, when it gets closer to time, I'll tell you guys the rules again. All right, Josh, I appreciate you, man. Really, I do appreciate you wanting to stick around the stream, buddy. For a smaller streamer, to have somebody that wants to come in and hang out for the duration of the stream, it means a lot to me. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad to know that I'm entertaining for you. Also, Zira, I wanted to thank you as well. You still have had the best attendance in my streams as of late. So I really want to thank you for your dedication. You've been showing up to every stream and being here for the entire duration of them. So thank you very much. I know a lot of people are on vacation right now, and hopefully that we'll get some more people that stays in the streams. But you've really been helping out the watch hours on the channel by being here for every one of them. So thank you very much. Josh, just out of curiosity, I've never heard that term before. What does it mean to be a tosser? If it's inappropriate, don't share it, because obviously I want to keep things clean, but I don't know what a tosser is. Just out of curiosity, what does that mean? Yeah, Zero, like I said, that still helps, because it's watch hours, you know? As long as people are watching my stuff, going to my videos and checking them out. And also, guys, if you haven't watched any of my playthroughs, please give them a try. They're an hour long a piece, but I try my best to do the best editing I can with them. And like I said, whenever Assassin's Creed Black Flag comes out, we will be doing a launch day stream for that platform. And if you guys really enjoy that stream, we may do more of them. Because I absolutely love Black Flag. It's my favorite Assassin's Creed game almost of all time. So, yeah, we'll definitely be doing a launch day stream of that and a playthrough as well. Because I love the story and I love to turn it into a movie. Did I get a great one, Bear? We did, Rebecca. If you haven't seen the video, it is on the channel. Just go to Call the Wild Great Ones. It is in its own playlist, but it only took us 44 kills. Which it was actually more like 80. I mean, if you want to about 80 to 100, if you want to be honest, because if you count all the herd management we did, but it really didn't take long for me to herd manage my maps, and I didn't really want to start counting until we did the grind. So in total, about 80 to 100 kills. But if you just count the time that we actually started the main grind, 44. So we got it really quick. And we are going after a second one. Right now, Colton, he's one of my mods, and he's currently on vacation. And he's wanting to race me because he's currently the local bear guide, as I call him. He has so many bear great ones. So he's wanting to race me for my second great one bear. So I'm waiting for him to get back on from vacation. And then whenever he gets back, at that point, we are going to, he's only going to grind whenever I grind on stream. And we're going to see who gets their next great one first. Because he's currently at 162 kills on his grind. And I'm like 40-something in. So whenever he comes back, he's going to watch my streams until I get to 162. When I get to 162 bears, at that point, we're going to race each other. So, and see who gets the great one first. Now, if I get another great one before 162, it's just going to be tough luck, unfortunately, because I'm only wanting 2 of them. But we are planning at least to race each other. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. You know what? We have about 5 minutes left. Let's actually go check some of the river. We're not going to run it. Don't worry, guys. We're not running the river. I'm just going to the fast travel locations where we can just spot and look real quick. Because we have about 5 minutes until the drink zones end, and they usually stay after about 5 minutes after midnight in most cases. So we're just going to go check the easy to get to places and see what's here. There's a mythical. Beautiful. I do not think that is a rare of any sort. Yeah, that's just a Mela. So we are going to let him take a stretch. Floor him. Don't see anything else on the beach. Oh, you're fine, Zira. Honestly, he was just explaining a word, guys. As long as nobody's like intentionally cussing at somebody in the chat, that is okay. And as long as it isn't like an F bomb or one of like or like a GD or something, it's actually okay to leave in the chat. All he was doing was just explaining what that word meant. So that's okay in those situations. I asked for him to explain that, so it's okay. Okay, so it basically means that they're a jerk, is what you're saying then, Josh. So you're fine. Yeah, guys. Thank you, Zero, that you did the correct thing. But like I said, unless it's like an absolutely horrible word, or unless it's like somebody cursing right at somebody, let's give people warnings before we actually remove it from the chat because they didn't do anything wrong in that case. He was just trying to explain himself. Nice little melanistic charcoal. Yeah, like I said, no mistake was made there, guys. You did your job. I'm just letting you guys know that in those kind of situations where it's not meant as an intentional curse or something like that, it's okay to leave in the chat. Like I said, very infrequent words I'm okay with. I just don't want it to be every 5 seconds. I don't enjoy reading curse words, which is why I like to keep my chat clean. But like I said, I literally asked for him to answer the question, so that was yeah. I didn't say anything entirely wrong with that instance. But I do understand the delete of the message. Alrighty, let's see. Yeah, you're fine, Josh. Like I said, in real life, I just let people talk how they want to. I don't curse in real life because of my Christian background, but I don't judge others. Like if you were talking to me in real life, I would just let you be yourself. I just don't care. It's just the way you were raised and the way that you speak. So I try my best to not be judgmental of anybody. And if somebody's going overboard, I just politely ask them if they can back off the language a little bit. So, like I said, it is totally okay. You're not in trouble in any manner. You were just answering a question, so you're fine. And again, my channel is relatively new, and my mods are relatively new, even though they've been mods now for several months. But we're trying to feel our way through how exactly to handle chat. So it's a learning process for all of us right now. But like I said, there was no harm, no foul there, in my opinion. And like I said, even if somebody comes into the chat and says a word here and there, as long as it's not like one of the major words, and as long as it's just very infrequent, I actually don't usually mind it. But I do let them know that that's like the only time I want them to say it, if that makes sense. Like on your first offense, I usually just let it slide, and then I'll just let you know that my channel I usually try to keep it clean in the chat because we do have some kids that watch us when we're playing the Undercall of the Wild, and just me in general, I don't like reading the stuff. But you know what I'm saying. Like I just like to keep my channel as clean as possible, even if we are playing like rated M games and stuff. But yeah, you did nothing wrong, man. Nothing towards you at all. You're good. All right, Josh. Yeah. And I appreciate you again for being such a good chatter today. We have so many streams where it's like I'll have like 10, 12 people in the stream, and then for whatever reason I'll invite them to join the chat, and then like half of them will leave. Like I don't know why that happens. All I'm doing is just saying if they want to join chat, they can, and for whatever reason it scares people off. So the fact that you're joining the chat, it makes the stream more enjoyable because it allows us to have more things to talk about, and it shows that you're enjoying your time here. So thank you very much. All right, guys. So I've been brainstorming, and I'm trying to figure out where I think I need to put extra tents. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where I should put it. I know that tent that I currently have is in a good location because it allows me to have access over here, but the run to over here is kind of annoying. However, it's this stretch down through here, and it's this stretch down through here that has taken the most time from us. So I'm thinking that I need to get another tent. And I'm thinking that where this one is, I need to put maybe a second tent maybe on this point or something. And that way we can have just like a shorter run down through here. Because I'm thinking that I do need to get at least 2 or 3 more tents and put along the shoreline here. Just so when we do have to do our shoreline runs, we can do a lot more fast traveling and don't have to worry so much about running as far. So, let me see. Trying to figure this out. All right, which tents can I sacrifice? Sorry, guys, we're gonna do a little bit non-grinding for just a minute because, like I said, I do want to make our grinds a little bit faster and more efficient. So let me try to figure this out. I think what we're gonna do is remove this tent, keep this one, and then I think that we are going to just fast travel here, check that pond, go up here, check this one, and then from there, I think we're gonna come down here and then run over here because this is pretty flat area. It's easy to approach the pond from down there. So yeah, I think we're going to sacrifice this tent and that tent. And then I'm also going to take this one up. Because that's not that terrible of a run up that hill there. So we'll just run to these 3 pawns. Or no, I'll leave the tent up there. So that we can run down to here, then fast travel up to there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, so let's take out this tent. Or, excuse me, this tent. And this tent. And then that one. So let's go ahead and grab these 3 tents. Because this way we can make our trip down the shoreline faster. Because I'm not enjoying having to run as far as I'm running either way. And the animals are in like really predictable areas most of the time. So I don't see the reason as to why we need to have that little tent on their way there. Alright, let's grab this one. Let me see. Zero asks, what do they want you to tell them to go away? I'm not sure what you're saying there, Zero. You'll have to rephrase that question if that's a question. If you're not talking to me, then just let me know you're not talking to me as well. But I don't understand what you're asking there. I'm sorry. You'll have to reiterate yourself. Let's see. You would love to jump into a lobby with you one day and play on and off stream. That would be awesome, Josh. But again, I'm only on PS5. All of my stuff that I do is PS5 exclusive. So unless you get a PS4 or a PS5, that actually will be kind of impossible, sadly. But I mean, who knows? If my channel ever like takes off and makes a lot of money, I might try to get a PC in the future. But again, that's like a very big if. Like I'm not planning on getting a PC or anything, but I could if my channel really takes off and does well. All right, let's see. So I have 3 tents on us. What do I need to do with them? Tell you what, I really don't know, to be honest. I know that we have a Jaguar that's like wanting to be up in here. That's a very good question. Okay, I got it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this tent up here, so that way we can be out in front of this Jaguar. These zones I can actually get to by the house. So what we'll do is we'll set 1 tent up here just for that 1 zone alone, just so we can check it easily. And then we're going to use the house for the rest of these zones. And then also we can use the house for these 2. And then I've got a tent already down here. So really we only need tents from here down is where we really need them. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's move this up. Sorry guys, we'll get back to the grind in just a minute. I just want to put these 3 tents down so that way it kind of helps us get along the river. Because we are moving a little bit too slow. Oh, gotcha, Zero. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know really what to say with those people at all. I mean, all I can do is just be friendly and let them know if they want to join chat, they can, and I'm going to have to talk to any of them. But like I said, I don't know if it's bots or what it is. I just know that for some reason, like you guys can notice it, like during the streams, watch one of these days. Whenever we have like the 10, 12 people in stream at one point, I always want to invite people to join chat because it does keep things more entertaining. But for whatever reason, that scares people away. I don't know why it does. But yeah, every time I've ever offered for somebody to join chat if they wish to, they always end up leaving the stream. So, like half of them will. Some of them will stay and just not say anything, which is still fine. I don't mind lurkers. But yeah, I don't know why people just want to run away when that happens. Alright, so our Jaguars, they end up in this little corner sometimes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive the 4-wheeler over here. And this will be a test, so if it spooks them off every single time, then we might have to redo some thinking here. Let's see, am I at the border? I'm actually over the border. Yeah, okay, so let me back up. This is going to be really, really close, but at least I'll be able to see this thing. Hopefully it'll attack us every time. So if we do get a solo here, I'm just going to hope, with my fingers double and triple crossed, that it actually ends up attacking us. Because that would make it a lot easier. If we come here and it just keeps spooking off, we might have to just try to come around that corner every time. But that corner is such a blind corner. So, the way I'm looking at this, if we get a female down here, I'm going to leave it. If we get a level 5 male down here, I'm going to leave it. because I hate this zone, and as long as I know what's here, I can leave it be. Alright, so that's that. So that's for that one zone alone. And then we'll fast travel down here to do the other zones. Let's see, that zone is okay. So it's from this point on that we really struggle, because that is a long run. So we have a Jaguar that I kill right here, it seems. And I think we get a Jaguar on this point ever so often. So I think what we might do is actually put a tent like right here. So that way if we have a Jaguar down there or a Jaguar up here, it'll already be there. That'll give us a much shorter run to the next tripod. We also have this house here if we need to fast travel down through there. Yeah, we'll try to fill it out as we go. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Let me go ahead and put one tent down there. Let's make a fast travel point right here, just to kind of cut off some of the running. Yeah, Zero, that is very, very true. Yeah, which was already my plan. Ironically, if I ever did get a PC, it would definitely be on a Black Friday. But if I did, but again, it's probably going to be years from now that I even consider that, because for one, I'm not making any money on my channel right now, which is obviously if I'm not making anything, it can't help anything. So my channel needs to grow quite a bit before I consider that. Okay, we'll put us a tent like right in this area. Like I said, this is just to kind of help us along a little bit. Actually, let me go a little bit further. Where's our next tripod at? Well, actually, we're getting Jaguars right here, ain't we? Okay, so if we're getting Jaguars like up in this area, let me put a mark on that actually. So that's 215. Okay. Let's do this. Let's put us a claiming tent here. Maybe. I don't know. This is actually really tough. And the reason it's tough is because you want to put tents in places that you can move on. But we get Jaguars on both sides down through here. That is actually kind of more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Let me drive my four-wheeler on around, guys. This may not be a place for a tent after all. Give me a second. Alright, Rebecca. I hope you have a great evening. Thank you for joining the stream. We'll still be live for another hour and a half if you can make it back, but if not, then we'll see you next time. We'll be live Friday for our multiplayer stream. You know, honestly, I don't even know what this thing's doing here. Let me pick this up. Okay, so we get Jaguars, like, over there a lot of the time. I'm getting that bug right now. So that's where we get those Jaguars. But we also get Jaguars over here sometimes. Yeah, that's confusing. To say the least, that is confusing. And then we have this tripod here to go over there. Okay, I think I've got it. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go back here, put a claiming tent here just to kind of skip this little section so we don't have to run so far. And then we're going to run our way around this direction. I think that using this house will still be okay because that house is not going to spook either zone. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. Yeah, we'll try to figure this out. I'll tell you what, our next river run, let's let the Jaguars tell us where to put it. That might be a better idea. So what I'm gonna do is I'm definitely gonna put a climbing tent up here because that will help us out a lot. So I'm gonna put a climbing tent up here. And then after this, the next time I run the river, I'm gonna, wherever the Jaguars are, that's how I'll determine them where we need to go with them. So let me put a climbing tent down here just to cut like 100 yards or so. And then next time we do a river run, I will pay attention to where the Jaguars are, and depending on how far we have to run to each zone will depend on where I need to put a tent. Yeah, because putting a tent down here is really going to help us out a lot. Okay, so they usually die like right in here. How far am I to that point out there? I think we'll still be okay. Because as I'll be able to see the Jags before they spook. Alright, there's this claiming tent. And we're not going to place any more tents until our next river run. But yeah, that'll just kind of help us along. So that way we can shoot these two, come down here, grab these if we need to. And then we have a fast travel back this way. So if we need to come back up here to grab this Jaguar, we can just fast travel back down here. So that'll help us a lot in this section. And then next time that we do the river run, I'm going to try to run in one direction. And try to let that tell me where the next tents need to be. I think I'm good on the bottom river. The bottom river actually has several tents on it. This one stretch right here, I might need to add some tents to it. But honestly, there's so many places that jet out, I really don't think we need very many tents. So, yeah, I think that we'll let the grind tell us next time. All right, let's go reset time. Sorry about that, guys. I know that was kind of a boring part of the stream, but like I said, sometimes you just need to take a break and brainstorm a little bit, especially when you're doing grinds like this, because you want to make it as quick as you can make it, but also make it as simple as you can make it. And sometimes just stepping away from the grind for 20, 30 minutes and making a new plan helps. Can you use the 300 AR on 1 to 2 animals so I can see what it's like? Josh, I can already explain to you what it's like. It is mean, and I do not recommend it if you enjoy animals. But if you just want to have some fun and watch animals fly, then yeah, it can be a little bit of fun. So basically when you use the 300 against level 1 animals, all that really happens is they just fall over dead, or if it's a rabbit, it jumps up into the air a little bit. It's really not that entertaining. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's not much to it. They just fall. They just get one-shotted. I wish there was like funny animations for using overpowered weapons. That would be great, but unfortunately, it doesn't exist. All right, we're gonna go down here and try to get this Jaguar that's down here. See how this tent worked out for him. See here? No. I don't even know if I made menu resetted. Did I make menu reset? I can't remember if I made menu resetted. Well, doing another one ain't gonna hurt nothing. Let me just main menu real quick, because I can't remember if I did or not. You've owned a Dodge Charger for about 2 years. It's not anything too special. It's a V6, and for me, and for the first time yesterday, someone asked me to rev it. It made your day. That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, it's always cool whenever somebody's like complimenting your vehicles. Yeah, it's really cool. The only like cool vehicle that I've ever had was a '95 Chevy. I had several people ask me over the years if it was for sale, and that was about the only like really good compliment I got for it. But yeah, I eventually started getting mechanical issues with it, so I decided to sell it, and I ended up getting a 2012 Toyota, I believe is what I drive now. So I enjoy what I got, but the only negative about my new truck is that it doesn't have automated locks or automated windows, which is kind of annoying. But outside of that, I like everything else about my new vehicle is a lot better than the 95. I do miss it though. The 95 was with me for about 10 years almost, and yeah, I had a lot of memories in that truck. Ooh, mythical Cayman. I don't see a Jag. Okay, and the mythical went underwater, unfortunately. Maybe he'll attack us, but yeah, I usually shoot level 7s and aboves. I am herd managing my Caymans, just so I have a higher chance to find some legendaries while we're doing Jaguar hunting. threat nearby. That might be him. Like I said, I kind of want him to attack us if that's the case, which is why I'm hugging the water. But I'm also checking for the Jaguars because they're gonna be down this. They're gonna be down this whole stretch right here. I don't see him. Still got a threat nearby, but I'm not sure if it's going to follow through with the attack or not. We got a Jag. I do not see a Jaguar. Wait, whoop, hold up. Yeah, we got a Jag. All right, there's a mythical. The good news is that I got a tent on us now, so I can just shoot this guy, and then after I shoot him, I can pull out a 4-wheeler, which would be quite helpful. Is it like I'm on level 3 to 6 animals? So using a 300 on smaller animals, obviously you're going to destroy the trophy if you do that. So for that reason alone, I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing special about shooting the animals with that gun, man. Unfortunately, there's nothing special for it. You basically just shoot them and they just fall over dead. They just get one-shotted. Oh, whoops. I forgot to zero. Stay right there just for a minute. Tell me that's vitals. Yes! Okay, thank you, tree. Thank you, tree. Oh my goodness, if that tree wasn't there, he would have been a goner, but we got him. And thankfully I got a tent on us, so we can just grab the 4-wheeler and go over to him now. Good night, we got lucky with that, guys. We got real lucky with that one. Reloading my weapon. Whoop! That is not what I meant to do. You guys didn't see anything. Nothing just happened. Nothing to see here. Where is our Jag? I think he's like on around this bend. Where are you, buddy? He's like right in here somewhere. So I think that this is the Jaguar that was around that corner on us. Yeah, because this zone ain't there anymore, so I think he just moved down. There he is. Now, I shot this with a 308 because I couldn't tell if he was a rare. The pseudo-melanistics are hard to tell what they are when they're far away like that. No rare, but we'll take it. 156 in now, guys, in case you guys are wondering. Let me check on chat real quick, make sure I'm not missing anything. You got a 94 pickup, I know what you mean about people asking if it's for sale. Yeah. Yeah, those old style vehicles, everybody wants them, man. Alrighty. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is zigzag this run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go check all these ponds. And then I'm going to come back down here, check some of the river, go back to the pond, and just zigzag my way down. That's what we'll do. Sometimes I like to change it up like that. So that way I'm not doing just a straight line all the time. Yeah, very true, man, yeah. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I kind of wish that they would have, like, special animations for, shooting animals with, like, way too powerful weapons. I mean, it would be hilarious. And I'm not lying when I say this. It would be absolutely hilarious if, whenever you shot them, they just went, like, flying, like, 5 feet back or something. Like, that'd be great. Still got our solo female here. Yeah, guys, I am liking the Jaguar grind, but I'm telling you all, I'm actually really excited to try whitetail. This map's whitetail population is in really, really good areas. The ponds that they're on is pretty much wide open, so they make for long-range shooting very easily. And yeah, I think that the whitetail grind on this map is going to be very fun. Like, I think it's going to be a really, really good grind. Again, there's a lot of ponds, a lot of water that you have to herd manage down if you're going to do herd management. What? Threat? Where? Was there a Jaguar here? I am so confused. It just said threat. Well, sure enough. Yeah, there's a Jaguar here. He just wasn't he just wasn't in the zone for some reason. Well, buddy? Let's see how big his track is. Okay, so he's not a great one. In case you guys are wondering, I use Imperial. I did find out how much a great one weighs. Over on the side, if you click on the track where it says like 231 to 264, if you have a great one on your map, it should be about, then the bottom number should be in the 250s. Like 250 to 260, and then it goes to like above 300 and something. So in case you guys are wondering if you can't find foliage and you find a track of the Jaguar, if you can tell if it's a great one on these species because it's all about weight. And great ones, estimates are between like 250 to like 350. So if you get the 163 to 3 whatever, then that's just a normal Jag. In case you guys are wondering. No Jags at that pond, unfortunately. Dude, I wonder what happened to the Jaguar that was here a minute ago. Like it was obviously here at the pond, but I don't know if it was trying to attack us and then gave up on it. I don't know what happened. All right, let's check this pond, and then we're gonna do the river for a minute, and then we'll come up to the other ponds and just keep doing it. Yeah, that'd be great too, Josh. Like if you shot them and they went rolling. Yeah, that'd be cool. Or if they did both. I mean, imagine it with both of our ideas in there. Like where it goes flying back about 4 or 5 feet, and then when it hits the ground, it rolls for like another foot. It's like ragdolls in a way. That'd be funny. Also, guys, I haven't said this in a while, but please make sure you guys support the channel. Please make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. Invite your friends to subscribe. Again, it is my dream to be a Call of the Wild streamer. If you guys could help grow the channel, I'd really appreciate it. Hopefully one of these days I can get early access and do all the things other people can do and make videos free for early access and everything. Do streams for it. But that is my dream. And then, of course, I'll be doing some playthroughs of storyliners or streams of storyliners on the side every so often as well. Just to kind of change things up every so often. Alright, we're not running the whole river, guys. Don't let this scare you. All we're doing is doing a zigzag method. So we're going to the ponds that are near the place that we're at and checking them, and then bouncing back to the river and checking the river. I sometimes do it this way instead of just ponds only and then just river only, because that way you're getting like best of both worlds. There is a Jag up here. Level 6. Don't run. Oh, he's going aggressive. That's actually better. We'll take that. Couldn't see him around the corner, or else I would have shot him from the tripod. But he was hiding from us. Couldn't see him. Let's see. Anybody else over here? Yep, we got another one. Another level 6, alright. Now, I'm too far away, and I don't want to ruin a rare, so I want to make sure I get close enough to at least tell if it's a rare or not. Dude, we got a caiman after us. You serious? Dude, I love caiman hunting when I'm wanting to hunt for them. But whenever they start hunting me, it gets so annoying, dude. Let me see. I don't think that's a rare. But he's still quite out there, to be honest. He's out there with our tents where he's at. I'm going to shoot him with a 308 just in case. I don't think that he's a rare, but I'm going to shoot him this way just in case he is. Oh, no! I lost breath as soon as I went to shoot. Thankfully, he's just alarmed. Luckily, he's just alarmed. We should be okay as long as it doesn't happen again. Dude, I hate when that happens on this game. You go to take a shot and you don't realize that you're almost out of breath. Shoot, man. Okay. Now, if he would just stop for us, I should be able to get the shot off. There we go. Yeah, we nailed him that time. Golly, that was close, guys. That was too close. Luckily, I was just in that range where it just spooks them and doesn't make them run away. So, we got really, really lucky with that. Really, really lucky. We'll go check him in a minute. Ooh, that had my heart racing. Caimans everywhere. So, what's around the next corner? Caiman. What do you think we'll see after that? Caiman. What about Jaguar? Do you think we'll see a Jaguar? Caiman. Oh, okay. You're eating some dinner with your mom? That's awesome. My mom and my dad are actually at the beach right now. They're over on Virginia Beach. They went on a cruise all the way down to, they went to Puerto Rico, St. John's, and then they came back up, and now they're staying a couple of days in Virginia to make sure they don't get sick before they come home. Yeah, my mom and dad, they've had a great time. Nope, nothing special, guys. Just a normal spotted. But I'll tell you what, though, putting that tent down there, we just placed this tent, I believe. Yeah, this is the one that we placed. And it made a difference up there. I really do think it made a difference. We didn't have to run all the way down here this time. Alrighty, let's go check ahead of us. Now, we're about to zigzag again, guys. We're going to check this last spot here. And then we're going to go up here and check this pond. And then we're going to go check this pond. And then from there, we're going to just hunt out the river until we get down here. And then we're going to zigzag some more. So, like I said, that's kind of how I do things. I just kind of grind how I feel like grinding. Sometimes I do just the ponds and then follow it with just the river. Sometimes I do it this way where it's like I do both in the same run. Like I said, when you're doing grinds like this, I mean, just entertain yourselves. You don't have to do it perfectly. Just do it in a way that you enjoy doing it. I do wish, though, that it was a little bit more mainstreamed. The grind, I know that it's different. It makes it feel fresh. I get that. But I do kind of wish that grinding these would be like the black bear grind at least, where there's just something certain you could do and have like a lot of shots. But again, I get that they're wanting to try something different. I totally get that. Alright, nothing at that pond, so let's bounce back down to the river. Anything ahead of us? I do not see anything ahead of us. Let's go ahead and jump back down. Well, no, I think this time I'm actually going to run it. We did not run this whole length last time. I'm sorry, guys. I know you don't like these parts because they can be a little bit boring. But I need to see how tedious this run could be. Because last time we had a tiger, or not a tiger, excuse me. I had a Jaguar right here. And when we fast traveled up here and tried to come down here, we almost spooked him before we could even get to him. So that house is actually not a very good fast travel for the river locations. It's good for the pond, but it's not very good for the river locations. So I think the only problem with running the river this way is that you can end up getting a Jaguar like right here. So by the time you get up here, you could end up spooking that Jaguar and you can't see it because of all the foliage that's in the way. But kind of the idea. I'm kind of hoping there is a Jaguar here so that way we can kind of see. There he is. So we did get to spot him before he spotted us at least. And he is normal, so he's going to get the normal treatment. Okay, so that actually is not that bad. Apparently that is actually a pretty feasible run. Okay. So that might be what we do then, is just run around this area. And then we'll put maybe a claiming tent or something. I'm going to see if we have a second Jaguar down where that one was. And that might be where we place our next tent. That way we just have to worry about running around this one part here. And because now that we know what was in this area, we could definitely fast travel down here if we had a tent. So that might be what we do. Let's go ahead and grab this guy. Number 159 on the grind. Just waiting for that 10 Fable to pop up. I'm telling you right now, guys, when that 10 Fabled, whenever he shows himself, I am going to be so tickled. Not only because I finally have the Jaguar Great One, but also because I know that I get to move on. Bless you, Mila. My dog just sneezed so hard. Well, Mila? Bless you, girl. You okay? You okay, puppy? Grief. The poor thing. Oh, there's actually a Jag. That's a mythical. Okay, so let's actually put a waypoint on him then. So he is right here. That is actually so helpful. I think I'll put the waypoint like right on the edge of this, just so that way we know that it's like the closest he probably could be to us. So we're gonna play that right there, and then we're gonna go until we're like 255 from him. And this is where we're gonna place our next tent. That way, if we get that last Jaguar down there, we can just hoof it down to here. And honestly, this actually might be in our favor. I'm gonna look back and see where that last Jaguar was. Okay, so about right here is where I want to put the tent. That's 118, so I mean, this could work. Okay, so I'm going to place that there so that we know where the tent is supposed to be. I can't tell if that's a rare or not, actually. That right there might be a rare, guys. I think that's a pseudo. With the lighting, I'm pretty sure that's a pseudo melanistic. I'm pretty sure that's a rare. Hang on. We nailed him. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's a pseudo mela. And that's a mythical too, so that's amazing. Dude, what if my first ever super rare in 4,000 hours was a Jaguar? Dude, that would be insane. I would love that. If my first ever super rare was a Jaguar, oh my goodness, that'd be so cool. Alright, Zero, sounds good. Thank you for joining us what you could, man. We'll be live for another hour and 15 minutes. Hour and 20 minutes, actually. Guys, we might have a rare right there. I'm not sure, but it looked like it might have been a Pseudomela. I do have one pseudo that's the dark version, and it was a female. So if we're about to get a male version of that rare, I'm gonna be so happy about this. Honestly, I thought it was the great one at first because I thought it was the black great one. He had like a stripe on his neck, which is the reason why I'm pretty sure that he's not a Mela. If he was a Mela, he'd be completely black, and this one had like a stripe on his neck. Again, I could be wrong, but I am pretty sure this is a rare Jag. We'll just have to get up here to him. And we have one more tent to play with, by the way, guys. So I need to be very cautious on where I put our last tent. It needs to be in a place that's really going to benefit us. And I think that we've been putting some very beneficial tents here. And oh, stupid cappies! I thought that was a Jaguar coming out of the woods there for a minute. Okay, he's dead over here. Let's see what he is, guys. I think it might be a rare. I could be wrong, and I am wrong. Unfortunate, dude. Man, the lighting made it look like that he had like a dark tone to his spots, and I thought for sure that was the dark Pseudomela. Dude, that's a little bit gutting. It ain't gonna hurt me too bad, but darn, I really thought we had a rare there. The only rare I have so far is females. I don't have a rare male yet, so the only like kind of sort of rare that I have is a mythical and my black, or melanistic, I should say. That's been like the only like close to rare that I have of a male. See, any Jags out here? Any Jags at all? Okay, we're running around the corner here. My Jaguars usually like this corner right here for some reason. When they spawn in on this location, they like this corner. Which is really weird. You'd think they'd be like out here where the long stretch of sand is, but no, they like back here in this corner for some reason. And I can't get a tripod any closer without spooking them, so I'm gonna have to hoof it the rest of the way around here and just peek. Well, we don't got a Jag, we got a Tapir. That one gets to live. I'm just going to peek down through here real quick. I do not see a Jaguar. I think what we're going to do is just run this coast just a little bit. Just a little bit. I just want to be able to make sure that nothing is out of render. I want to make sure that I can see everything that's down this coast. I am pretty sure I would be able to see it by now if there's anything here. So I'm going to go ahead and say that we're good. Alright, let's fast travel. Take a peek over there. Do we got any Jags? I do not see a Jag. What time is it? We're still good. Let me peek around this corner, make sure there isn't a Jag around this corner. Sometimes they can be like right here. But I don't know if I would have spooked them if that was the case. Dark green, so that's not a Jag. I'm just going to run right here to where this drink zone is, guys. Make sure there isn't a Jaguar zone. Because I do get Jaguars here very, very seldomly. Doesn't look like there's anything here, though, so I think we're good. Alright, let's move on. We actually need to go check this pond, actually, before I forget. It's not what we're after. There's a Jag. Why is there a female here? That doesn't make any sense. Why is there a female? Okay. Well, I've only ever had males at this pond, so I don't know what she's doing here. I haven't even shot a female recently. That's weird. Again, I'm going to take care of the females and swapping stuff off stream because that's pretty boring to watch. But, that's all I'm going to say to that is, Okay, I don't see a Jag up there, so we're good to fast travel on down. Oh, we can't. That's right. Yeah, I'm thinking I might put our last tent right here, guys. I'm thinking we might do that, because this zone is over here. We don't really get any Jaguars right through here. So, I think what we're going to do is put our final tent, because we can use this house if we need to. But honestly, I think I'm good just running this river from there. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But yeah, I do think that putting a tent up here would be beneficial, so that way just kind of we can skip this whole section right here. Because I never get any Jaguars down this stretch, except for like right back here where those trees are. So, yeah, I think I will put a tent back up here. Just to help us move along. I think that we only have one tent left. Yeah, we do, because I'm pretty sure that after I hit 2 tents in my inventory, that's whenever that's the maximum amount, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we'll put a tent where these Jaguars usually are if we get one. That way we can just skip this whole section here. And I'll keep working on my grind, guys. Like I said, I have all the pawns in good shape right now, I feel. But I need to, if I'm going to have the river involved in my grind as well, I need to have it to where I have a split amount of tents pretty much. Try to have enough tents on the river where I'm not running for too long of a distance. Okay, where is my tripod? So the tripod's like right around down there. Got a mythical over there. I think right here would be okay. There we go. We'll just put the tent here. Now let me make sure that's our last tent. Yeah, okay. So that's all the tents that we can put. Got a nice mythical down there. No legendaries just yet, unfortunately. Hopefully it happens soon. Would be nice to get a legendary or a fabled. I'm pretty sure that's just a melanistic, so we're gonna use a 375. Yeah, it's definitely a mela. How did that guy tank that bullet? I think I was a little bit too high. Well, that's okay. At least he's gonna die. Okay, and then we should be fine actually to drive the four-wheeler. I don't see a reason why we couldn't drive the four-wheeler all the way there. Let's grab the four-wheeler. Make sure that our guns are reloaded. Okay, that should be good. We're going to take a look and just make sure there's nothing here that we need to shoot. Now, after today's stream, guys, I will be putting a poll out on the channel. I didn't put it out last time like I said I was going to because I honestly just forgot to. But after the stream today, I'm going to put a poll out on the channel so you guys can vote on if you want to see me continue the Jaguar. This kind of is more boring than other grinds on the channel, so I do not care to stream other grinds until this great one shows up. So, and any kind of trophies I get, I'll make sure that I make shorts and videos on them, so that way you guys still don't miss anything from the grind. But But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys vote on whether or not you think that this is fun enough to watch on stream, because I know this is slower. It's not like we're not moving to place and shooting them as quickly as we usually are. So I'm gonna let you guys tell me if you want to see this grind continue on stream. That is, it's gonna continue off stream either way, but I just don't want to be boring. I want to do a stream that you guys enjoy watching me see me do. Sorry about my indigestion, but yeah, we'll put a poll out on the channel, let you guys see, because we've already done 3 streams on the Jaguar, and honestly, even after I tweak things, the things might get a little bit faster, but really this is the grind. So I'll let you guys vote in the poll tonight whether or not we want me to do this grind on stream or off stream. I still will do it off stream either way, but I mean, like, you see what I'm saying. If you guys find these find this grind more boring than the other streams I do, then what we'll do is that we'll just stop doing this on stream, and I'll just focus on like the Valadier grinds and the other grinds for the time being. And once I get the great one, my Jaguar to show up a little bit, we'll go live the day that I get it and make sure that we shoot it on stream. So I'll let you guys vote. See, do we got a male over here this time? This pond is usually very profitable. If there isn't a male on this pond, I'm assuming that means they moved to the creek. I'm gonna give this one more run, and if there is not a male here in the next run or two, then I'm gonna go ahead and say that they've moved back to the creek, which means that I'll have to hunt this whole creek out again. Usually they're like in this stretch, but we'll see in time, I guess. Yeah, guys, we got exactly 1 hour, so in an hour and 8 minutes, if the great one hasn't shown, we're gonna have to go home without one again. Like I said, as soon as we get this great one, I am gonna be retiring from the great one grind for the Jaguar. I just want one, and then from there, I think I'll be starting my grind on my whitetail on this map. So I don't think this map will ever become part of our multiplayer streams, sadly, but I am debating on coming to your all's maps at some point in the future, possibly. Again, make sure that it's not a map that you're doing grinds on or anything. I don't want anybody to get screwed up on anything. And you'd still have to follow my rules for it as if it was my map. But I have debated on in the future if I'm wanting to, instead of having you guys always come to my maps, I may come to your maps and do the stream sometimes. Again, it would have to be a map that hasn't been explored very much, and it'll have to be a map that you guys don't do grinds on. But we'll see. Josh, I don't know if you're in the stream or not, but if you are still in the stream, are you mainly a free roamer or are you a grinder? I meant to ask you that way earlier, and I got tied into my Jaguars and forgot to ask. I don't know if you're still in the stream or not, but I meant to ask you. Everybody that's new that comes to the channel, always I like to ask them like what their playstyle is. Dude, my Jags are just not here, man. Oh, maybe it's because it's after midnight. Whoops. That might be a problem. Alrighty then. Well, I guess what we'll do then is go back here and reset time. And I think that after that, I'm going to do another run of the pawns. And then depending on how much time is left after that, we'll just keep on winging it. Go lay down, Mila. Alright. I'll tell you what we'll actually do. Let's actually go ahead and go through all the pawns again. Not touch the river this time. Let's just do the pawns. Because I'd like to see how fast it takes me to get through all these the way that it currently is. I love the river, but honestly, as I'm doing it, I'm thinking that I might need to try to herd manage the river. And just leave whatever's there. If I get like level 5s or stuff, just leave them on the river. I don't know. Like I said, I just wish there was an easier way to do the grind in some cases. There's our female. It's a tapir. So the way I'm looking at it is that I've got a little bit of chores to do tonight after the stream. I need to go to my river, the little creek, and what I need to do is just really work on swapping females is what I need to do. I have like 4 females on my pawns, and I need to get them all off the pawns and back into their other zones. So that's the way I'm looking at that. Is that Jag? Stop running. I know you're a normal one, so I can just shoot him. Take that guy. Hopefully he's not a floater. Are you floating? No, you're dead. Okay, good. Let's go check this other pawn before we go grab him. Well, no, I'll go grab him first. We know where he's at. Let's just go grab him. What's the bet I killed before? I'm not sure what you're asking me. You'll have to re-ask that question in a different way. I'm not sure what that question is, the way it's worded. Because you're asking like what's the bet that I've killed before? I don't know if you're meaning to say best, and I also need to know if you're talking about Jaguars or something different. But I will answer that question if you're meaning best. You just have to tell me like what you're specifically asking me about. Also, how do you swap them? So the way that you swap Jaguars or any animal in the game is very easy. There's 2 ways to do it in my book. The first way you do it is that you want to shoot the females first. So go to your zones that you have females. So let's say that I have the female up here. So let's say that I shoot her. Now I've got pressure. So what I do is I keep track of where she is, and then from there I'll go to the exterior zones, which are all these zones that are along this river, this pond, these 3, which I still hunt these 3, but those are exteriors. And basically you just want to shoot any of the males that you find. Now when you get this male shot, you actually will go up and claim him, and then you'll go back to where the female is and claim her. 15 minutes later, IRL, you will have a 50% chance of them swapping locations. That is the easiest way to do it, and you are able to keep hunting. However, make sure that you shoot the same amount of males as you do females. If you shoot more females than you do males, your percentage goes lower. So let's say you shoot 3 females, make sure that you try to get at least 3 males killed as well. That way your chances are still 50-50. Now that's the first way to do it. The other way to do it is what I call the dirty way of doing things, which is where you don't claim anything. But I think that it takes about 20 to 25 minutes of wait time if you do it that way. But the other way you can do it is just simply not claim anything. Shoot the same amount of males as you do females, reset time, do a main menu reset, and then it takes about 20 minutes or so before you get those respawns back, and then they all have a 50% chance of spawning back. So yeah, make sure that after you do everything, you're doing a time reset and then main menu, or start the game over. So yeah, that's how you swap them. You shoot the female, shoot the male, claim the female, reset time, main menu reset. 15 minutes later, you'll get a chance at them swapping, or leave them laying and then do the same process, and then about 20 to 25 minutes later, you'll get the respawns. So yeah, that's how you get them to spawn, or swap rather. It's very easy, but it's a little time consuming because you do have to wait those like 15 minutes or so. However, I have had good luck at restarting the game, so if you actually want to close the game down entirely and then start it back, sometimes you'll get those respawns back immediately. Again, if you want to just keep hunting, though, 15 minutes later, you'll get the respawns. So, you can do it either way you want to do it. I do see that you have a question. Let me just check this pond real quick, Josh. 1 second, man. Make sure I don't have anything down there. Big pig, little pig. Okay, let me get out of my tripod. Anything up in those trees? I've had them in those trees before. Alright, I don't think there's anything else there. Give me 1 second. Alright, so what is the best animal in general you have killed? So obviously all of my great ones are my favorite animals and the best in my opinion. My favorite one that I've killed is the double drop time mule deer that we got off Silver Ridge Peaks. That is my favorite great one that I have. If we're not speaking great ones, I really don't know what my favorite trophy is. Like I said, I've had some really good luck on Call of the Wild as far as like gold rares and below and diamonds, as well as great ones. But as far as like anything else in the game, after 4,000 hours, I have not even laid eyes on a max level animal that's a rare color. So I've had no chance to even get a super rare. So obviously, if I get a super rare of some sort, that will instantly become my favorite trophy that I've ever had, just because it's been 4,000 hours and I've never had a chance at one. But yeah, that's kind of I can't really tell you beyond great ones what my favorite trophies are because I have a lot of trophies and it's just sadly no super rares. So like I said, I have 3 whitetails, I have 2 fallow deer, I have one black bear, 1 pheasant. Let's see, what else do I have? 1 moose. What other great ones do I have? I'm trying to think. I'm a 1 wolf, which I'm aiming for 2 of those, and yeah, like I have a majority of the great ones. There's just a couple of them that I just don't really have any interest in. Like I don't have any interest in the tar or the boar or the fox. I do love the fox, but I don't like how you have to shoot both the male and female. And you have to do the same thing for the roe deer, but because of the thing you can do on Quattro Colinas, I'm actually willing to do that grind. So I'm also going after the roe deer at some point. We're gonna return to that one at some point. But yeah, those are currently my favorite trophies are my great ones. What about you, man? Do you have any good trophies that you enjoy that you have? Also, Josh, if you haven't already, under the description of my channel, if you're going to go to my channel itself and then go to my description, I do have a link to my Discord. You're more than welcome to join us on there. I have places for hunting discussions for any kind of like topics or questions you may have, and I'll always respond to people. And I also have a hunting trophies section where you can post your trophies that you kill over time, and I'll react to those as well. And you can also message me if you want to, and I will try my best to answer any questions that you might have along the way as well. So, I mean, obviously, don't spam message me because obviously I do have a life of my own and I can't like answer you as soon as you text me every single time. But I do try to get to people as quickly as I can. Yeah, that spot needs to be swapped. All right, just for the fun of it, let's go check this zone. Yeah, Josh, like I said, I've had really good luck. Oh, red deer. I also have a red deer great one as well. That was the one I was forgetting. But yeah, honestly, the numbers for my great ones, though, is what I'm most proud of. My fastest great ones on the game so far, my fastest one was actually a free roamer. I was not grinding. I was actually on Mississippi Acres. I had never set foot on my Mississippi Acres map before. So I decided to just go free roam some whitetail. And I would take 1 whitetail out of every zone. And it was always the biggest whitetail. I've killed probably 30 whitetail, but in the 5th zone, after just 1 run, I reset time and did it again. And I went back through those zones, and the 5th zone that I shot a whitetail out of, I got a great one to spawn. And I was just free roaming. Like, I wasn't trying to do a grind. I was just having fun on Mississippi. And I ended up getting a big rack in only 5 kills. So my fastest grind right now on record is 5 kills. My second fastest grind was our black bear grind at 44 kills. And then my first ever great one I got was also a whitetail at 350. And then I believe that I also have a tie with my first ever fallow deer at 350. So a lot of my grinds have actually been a sub 1,000 kills. I think I've only had like maybe 4 of my great ones that were like above 1,000. So I've had really good luck getting great ones quickly. I don't want to jinx my Jaguar, of course, but yeah, I've had some pretty good luck. Getting low kill count numbers before I got great ones. I love the great ones themselves, but I mean, who doesn't love a short grind? You know what I mean? Short grinds, I'll take those. I'll take those over long grinds any day. I am not a big fan of this, guys. I think that my respawns are bouncing like crazy today. There's a male. Okay, so that was just a 15-minute thing then. He just wasn't here because the 15 minutes hadn't passed. Alrighty, so there is our male. I am pretty sure that he is normal. Yeah, he is. He's just spotted. Alrighty. So he can have 375 round. That'll work. What's that? There's something running in front of us. Oh, got tape here. Alright, we're good. But yeah, do you have any good trophies, Josh, that you've killed? I mean, everybody has to start somewhere. So I mean, even if you don't have any great ones or diamonds, I mean, any trophy that you're proud of, I mean, I'm more than happy to hear about it. Crazy thing is that I've been playing this game since 2017 when it first ever dropped, and I remember the great ones when they got introduced. I didn't even know the great ones existed until like 2021. They introduced the great ones, I think, in 2020, and I didn't know until like a year later that they were even on the maps. And I learned it through like Scarecrow and Flinter's channel. I just happened to find their channel on YouTube because I wanted to watch some stuff on Call of the Wild, and I saw videos on the great one, and I was like, "What's a great one?" And I remember looking at that, and then ever since I saw the great ones, I've been a grinder ever since. I used to be a free roamer, and ever since I learned about the great ones, I've just been a grinder. I absolutely love grinding. I do love free roaming still. It is still a lot of fun to go around and see what kind of trophies you can find. But I'm mostly a grinder at heart now. Oh, that's awesome, man. What deer is it? Is it a whitetail? Is it a fallow deer? Which deer? What diamond kind is it? There's several deer species in the game, so I didn't know which species it was. That's awesome though. Anytime you get your first diamond, especially, it's such a great feeling, man. Like, anytime you get that first... I remember my first diamond on the game was actually by surprise. And I wasn't... Like I said, I didn't do any grinding at all. I just went around the map seeing what I could find. And on my own maps, because I didn't do multiplayer. I actually didn't even start multiplayer, I think, until, like, late the year before last, when we started our multiplayer streams here on the channel. Was the first time I ever did multiplayer. And, I believe my first diamond I ever got was a whitetail. And I was so green at the time that I didn't even know what the levels were, so I couldn't tell you if it was level 3 or level 2. But I remember I got a diamond score, and the funny thing about it is that I taxed it because of how big it was, but I didn't understand that was like the biggest you could get outside of Great One. Like, I didn't understand that. So I just taxed it like it was nothing else and didn't even get excited for it. And then like a year later when I learned about Great Ones and all the medals and stuff, I was like, oh, that's actually a pretty good trophy. So... yeah, I kind of find my first diamond to be kind of a funny story because I didn't even realize the specialness of it. I just thought it was like based on size, which it was, but I didn't understand how many medals there were in the game or anything like that, and I just thought diamond was just really cool. So, I thought the game was rating me on the shot. If you want to tell you the truth, I didn't even know that the medals were like reflective of the score of the animal. I thought that it was reflective of your shots. So like when I would get like gold medals, I'd be like, darn man, I don't know why the game didn't count that as a diamond. Like, I was so green back then, man, and it was so, it's funny looking back on like how little I understood back then. Oh, that's awesome, Josh. Congratulations on that diamond fallow, man. If it makes you feel any better, whenever the diamond fallow got their new colors, I was wanting a chocolate fallow deer to be a diamond for forever, and I got all the new colors, even a couple of rares along the way. But it took me, I think, in our second Great One fallow grind, I think it took me about, I think it was like 500 and something kills before I finally got a chocolate level 5. And then since then I've killed several others. So, but yeah, that's my favorite color for the fallows that isn't rare right now. Like the non-rare colors, those are my favorite is the chocolate. I love the white too. The white is a very pretty color, but I don't know what it is. Like that chocolate variation, I just love it. Every time I get a level 5 chocolate now, it just makes it feel so good, man, because I love those colors. Nothing, buddy, nothing. Well, those 3 pawns worked out the way I hoped they would, pretty quick. So I'm fine not having any fast travels on those. Hi, Mimi. My dog's over here trying to get lovin's. I can't pet on you right now, girl. I'm sorry. She's wanting up here so bad, the poor thing. Puppy, you can't cuddle right now. I'm sorry. This is not a good time. You can wag your tail and look all cute, look as cute as you want to look. It is not going to work, girl. I know. Poor thing. Poor puppy. Alright, nothing up here. Let's go ahead and run up here and check this place. Yeah, like, this grind is so confusing, man. It really is. Confusing in a sense that it's, like, hard to keep up with everything and make sure that everything is consistent. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the grind, but I don't know. There's certain days where I feel like just letting this grind go just because of how slow it is and how few animals you have to kill. But then I look down at my paper and realize that I've already killed 162 of these things, and it's like, why would I drop out now? But then again, you don't know when the great one might show. It could be 3,000 kills from now. And if that's the case, I mean, like, I don't know if I really want to go through 1,000 kills being this slow. It is a very slow grind, so. But most people are getting their great ones before 1,000, though. A lot of people are getting theirs in, like, the 300 to 500 range right now. So I'm hoping that's what'll happen with me. Who's that? Hang on a second, I'm coming. One second, guys. My father-in-law locked himself outside. 1 second, I'll be back. Sorry about that, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm coming back. Guys, I'm very sorry about that. As soon as I let my father-in-law inside, my mom called me on the phone, so I had to answer that phone call. So that's the reason why I was gone longer than expected. I apologize, guys. We're back now. Thank you guys for not leaving. I see that you're all still here. Thank you very much. Let me see. I've killed more Cape Buffalo than anything in this game. I'm a fiend for the way they drop. Dude, honestly, I don't blame you. Cape Buffalo are a lot of fun. I'm not really a Cape Buffalo hunter myself. Like I said, I'm pretty niche. I have certain animals that I love to hunt and certain animals that's kind of like I just shoot them when they kind of come along. But, I mean, like, I've hunted buffalo, and I know exactly what you're meaning. That animation they do when they die is awesome. I love it. Also, the vicuñas on this map are a lot of fun because they leap up into the air and then just fall down dead. So the vicuña are pretty addictive for that reason as well on this map. But yeah, man, I mean, like, I totally get that. The water buffalo, their horns are really long and beautiful, so yeah. I definitely do hunt them. I'm just more of an opportunistic hunter when it comes to those. I just kind of hunt them if they're mythicals and diamonds or rares, and that's about the only time I shoot them. I'm more of an antler hunter guy on this game, usually. The animals with antlers is usually what I go after the most. Antlers, horns, stuff like that. If they don't have headgear, then usually I don't hunt them. But at the same time, I mean, predators are predators, and they're pretty cool. So, whenever the Jaguar was announced that it was the great one, I mean, obviously I was wanting at least one because I love the species itself. So, I knew I was going to get at least one Jaguar, or at least try to. Again, I don't ever intend on torturing myself with a grind. If the grind isn't very fun, I'm just not going to do it. But the Jaguar grind has actually been pretty nice. I have actually really enjoyed it. It's just right now, as you guys can see, the only problem I have with the Jaguar grind is the fact that they bounce all the time. That is actually getting on my nerves quite a bit lately. I just kind of wish that they had like a lower bounce rate, if that makes sense. Just make it to where they're not going to bounce as frequently, and whenever they do bounce, to make sure that they're like going to the same place over and over again if possible. That's kind of how I just wish they were. But yeah, I'm sure though that as soon as I'm able to swap out some of my females for males, it's going to be a lot better. Because obviously that means that every Jaguar I find will be a male. So tonight after the stream, that's what I really just need to really lock in and focus on. Is I just need to once the stream ends this evening, I need to go and just hunt the creek, hunt all the exterior ponds, and just shoot and just try my best to get the females on this side of the map to all become males. That in itself will also cause the animal population to increase, and therefore my grind will have a lot more kills done on it. Right now, I'm just early in the grind, so obviously there's not going to be many of the males to shoot every run. But last night, whenever I was doing this, every single time I'd restart, there'd always be like a handful of males on the river and a handful of males on the ponds. And it seems like the longer I do this grind today on stream, as it figures, because that's usually how it goes. As soon as I decide to stream the thing, it's like it's not as efficient as it was. I don't know why that always happens to me. But yeah, it's like whenever I'm off stream, it's like I kill so many more animals than I do when I'm streaming for the Jaguars. I don't know why it happens that way. But last night, I mean, like, I was killing Jaguars every place I went almost. And now today, it's like every other place I go to, I'm getting them. We started out strong today. Almost every pond we went to had Jaguars, and now it's like they're bouncing on us. And that's the reason why we're not finding too many of them all of a sudden. It's because they're bouncing from the ponds to the river so much. Alright. I don't think that there's a Jaguar. I always like to run like out here to these rocks, or excuse me, that's the stumps, logs, whatever you want to call them. I usually run right out here to these things, and if I haven't seen a Jaguar by the time I reach them, I know that there's nothing there. Yeah, it's just that tapir over there right now. Oh no, there's a Jag. Legendary, let's go! Finally, we get a trophy today. Legendary Jaguar, let's go! Hopefully that's a diamond. I hope it's a diamond, boys. Finally, we get a trophy. My goodness, that took long enough. Almost the entire 3-hour stream to get one legendary to show up. My goodness. Last stream we had 3 in one stream. So, yeah, I'm glad that we finally got a diamond potential. Let's go. Let's try to get in a little bit closer to this guy. Because obviously we want to make the shot count. This guy could be our first diamond today. So let's go ahead. I'm going to shoot one in the air and see if that does it. Or if I need to shoot beside him. Okay, I definitely have to shoot beside him. That's still a pretty feasible shot, though. How did that not reach him? Seriously? There we go. Got him that time. That should be in there. Yeah, we got him. Alrighty, we got the top. We got the long shot. Let's go. Hopefully that one makes diamond, boys. Hopefully this one makes diamond. But even if he doesn't, at least we got to get at least one legendary during the stream today. That's nice. Still would love if it would be a fabled for us, but I will take legendary. Legendaries do have a high chance of being the great ones along with any of the diamonds in the game. I believe that 7s through 9s, if you're hunting legendary animals, I believe those are the ones that spawn as great ones more often than any of them. Now we just gotta go get him. Alright, there's his tracks. I doubt that he would have ran too far, because that seemed like it was a good shot. Let me see. I think that's where he came in from. Yeah, this is where he ran up. Yeah, there he is. Please be a diamond. Let us take home a diamond today at least. Let's see, are you a diamond? No, it's a troll! Darn you! Come on, man. He's gonna troll us. Oh my gosh. Rude. I can't believe that. Oh well, it happens. It happens. Is there one over here? Don't see one. Alright, let's move on down. We're gonna check the river this time. We don't have all night to check the river, but we'll run as much of it as we can. I'm pretty sure a lot of our Jaguars are in the river right now. Well, maybe not. We'll run as much as we can. We only got about 10 minutes in game. I thought it said 22:52. Yeah, for some reason, a lot of my males right now are really liking the river today. Kind of unfortunate, considering that I had all those tents set up recently, and now I don't have any. But that's fine. Is there a Jaguar here? I think I'm going to jump in the tripod this time. Last time there was one over there and we couldn't see it because it was on the other side of that bluff. Yeah. Another level 6. Does not look like anything special, so he's going to get the 375 treatment. After he does his little paw cleaning. Okay. Take care of him. We were running low on breath there, so I had to let the crosshair go up instead of down. Like I said, this is the only negative I have about this grind, is how slow it is. The grind is still fun. Like, I still thoroughly enjoy the Jaguar grind, but I will say that it's just not as fun as the other grinds in the game. Like, I would be more than happy to get one and go. Mythical, that's not bad. Wish it could have been 2 legendaries back to back, but we'll take mythical. Let me see, how far away is he from us? He ain't in this close zone, is he? No, he's like out that direction. Yeah, I think that we're going to go ahead and just close the gap on this one. Usually, they used to like being like right up in here. No, don't run. Well, we made the shot at least. At least he ain't getting away. I hope he wasn't a rare. I didn't have enough time to really check him out, but I didn't want him getting out of here before the night ended. So hopefully he's nothing all that special. Now, if he would have been a legendary or something, I definitely wouldn't have shot that. I would have just came back and got him later. Yeah, he ain't nothing special. We got lucky on that front. Alrighty. I think what we're going to do from here is actually go right down here. And I think we're going to rest in this tent. Let's go ahead and reset time. Do a good old main menu reset just to make sure nothing around here is spooked. Let the map load in. Alright, now we should be good to go. Okay, we did get a Jaguar up here recently, so probably don't need to fast travel. Josh, out of curiosity, do you happen to play Marvel Rivals any? That's a game that my wife and I play quite often if it's not called The Wild or other games. Didn't know if you're a Marvel Rivals fan or play the game. There's a mythical. Yeah, they're all on the river right now for me. I'm glad I put that tent there, guys. That was our new tent that we put up a minute ago. How was that not a good shot? Well, we got it twice. It'll kill it. I don't know how that wasn't a good shot. I must have been a little bit too low or something. I don't know. That'll still get it, though. What I might do is actually put a tripod over there. Just as I have something to shoot towards. Or from, rather. Excuse me, guys. I'm having indigestion today, and it's messing my words up. Did he run this way? No, that's the way he came in. Okay. Where is the blood at, sir? Stampede! Those cappies always just go tearing through here. Okay, I passed up his blood, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Duke, you gonna track the blood or you just gonna stand there? There's his trail. Alright, we got it. Just follow me, Duke. I don't think I'll need you right now, buddy. I'll call you if I need you, though. Don't know how far this guy's gonna run. I wouldn't think he'd run too far with it being 375 on him, but if I've missed everything and didn't get anywhere near a kill shot, yeah, there he is. Yeah, I didn't think with 2 rounds in him he'd go that far. Nice little Mela. Melanistic charcoal. We'll take that. I still need a diamond of that. I really would like to have a diamond melanistic charcoal as well as a diamond melanistic. I really would like to have both of those. And we're also needing one of the albinos and some of the pseudo melas. Let's see. Anything else down through here? Not seeing anything. Also, guys, I know it's been a while since I said so, but make sure that if you guys are having a good time being here, make sure that you guys hit the like button for me so more people can find the channel. Also, make sure you guys subscribe. We got a 700 sub go right now, and we're trying to get to 1,000 at least by the end of the year if possible. And I would appreciate any support you guys could give me. Okay, nothing there to worry about. And if you guys would like to join the chat, feel free to do so. I'm more than happy to talk to any of you. Just make sure that you guys keep it clean. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys just being here lurking. I do appreciate the fact that I'm entertaining enough to hang out with me. Controller's on low battery? Oh, come on, don't give me that. That's fine. Usually my PlayStation controllers usually last another 2 hours or so after it's on low battery, so we should be good to at least finish the stream with it. There's a mythical. Dude, I don't know why, but whenever they're over there in this particular zone, like, the way the moon shines on these things, it is so tough to tell if you're looking at something special. Because they have some of that moonshine on their bodies, and it makes, like, part of their bodies look brighter than the rest. And golly, I keep thinking I'm looking at a great one or a rare every time I'm over here. Trying to make this shot count since the last one didn't. Oh, we nailed that one. Oh yeah, I don't have a tent over there anymore. Oh no, and he's gonna float too. Come on, man. Well, that was probably a heart shot, is my guess. To drop him like that. Luckily, he's just gonna float right here though, so he's not gonna float all the way over here. Oh wait, that's a tapir. That's going through there. Never mind. Alright, I guess we're sitting here waiting on him. Sorry guys, we're gonna have to wait on him. I do not leave any animals behind, so we're gonna have to sit right here and wait on this guy. Unfortunately. Anybody got any s'mores and popcorn? Let's see if I can find maybe there's a caiman out here I can maybe shoot. Well, but if I shoot a caiman, then I have 2 things to wait on, so I guess that's not an option. I don't think he's anything special, though. I think he's just a spotted. Maybe a rosetted. Dude, they need to float faster. They really do. I really wish they'd speed up the float time for these. Like, I wish that they would just kind of, like, move like this. Like, I don't know why they have to go so slow. I get that they're trying to make it, but I mean, it's a video game, and and a lot of people are just wanting to get their trophy and move on. So I kind of wish that it would just speed through the water. Come on, stupid floater. Any minute now. See what's on TikTok. What's that? Oh, okay. Let's see if I can grab him. I don't know if I have enough real estate here. Nope, I don't have enough real estate. Crap. Come on. Got it, finally. Alrighty. Whew. Now we can finally move on. Sorry about that, guys. Can't leave floaters behind, unfortunately. But yeah, part of me is thinking that I really don't need that many tents on the ponds. Like, the ponds that are up in the mountains, I probably could use a tent there. But for the ponds that are kind of down low, I probably can just run or use the 4-wheeler to get to most of those. So I'm kind of thinking that I would like to put some of my tents back where I had them. I would like to have that claiming tent back up here where I had it, so that way I can just fast travel over here and grab them again. Because it really did help to have a tent over here. But sadly, no more structures are allowed of this type. In case you guys are wondering why I pull up my wheel every so often, I am an OCD reloader. I am one of those people that likes to reload my weapons after I use it, so I'm always making sure they're all topped off and everything. There's a tiger. There I go again with it. Messing up what it is. It's not a tiger, it's a Jaguar. I've been doing that all week, man. All week I've called these things tigers. Take care of him. And there's not a fast travel there. Of course there isn't. Because why on earth would there be a fast travel down there? What's up, Wolf? Welcome to the stream, man, and thank you for sharing that video with me. I am kind of using the same thing that iBuy uses, but I'm hunting both home ranges as well as some of the river. The only thing that I'm having issues with now is the fact that I don't have enough fast travels along the river, so it's taking us quite a while to get around it. So probably off stream tonight, I'm probably going to try to do a lot more swapping, and I'm probably going to try to find a way to have a few less pawns with tents on them, and just switch my way to the pawns, because a lot of them are kind of close together anyways. So I'm thinking that's maybe what I do tonight, is try to get more tents put on the river so that I can fast travel through the river faster. But yeah, man, it has helped me out quite a bit though. My numbers have went up a lot. We have one legendary today. Sadly, it trolled us, but we have had at least one legendary today. No rares. Yeah, man, how you doing, Wolf? Hope you're doing good, buddy. Go ahead and grab this guy. That is number 167 on the ground. Or no, actually, that's 168. I forgot to count the last one, too. So, yeah, it's 168. 168 kills in. Okay. Looks like we got a tripod up here, so this is our next hunting spot. It really is, Wolf. Like I said, my biggest issue on my map is that a majority of my main zones, like the zones that are actually in the home range, have females in them right now. I do get the occasional male, but my exteriors right now have more of the males in them. So, like on my map, I have a pretty decent little handful up here, like 4 or 5 males that I'm shooting, and then down here I have like 6 or 8 males in this zone, but it's like a majority of them like these pawns right here. So I've only got so like even those are exteriors, according to the video. But all of my males seem like they like these exteriors, and then the home ranges I just don't have many there. So I'm having to just shoot and hope that they end up in the main zones eventually. But yeah, that's my biggest issue with my grind right now, is just the fact that I need to swap out more females, and my males are most of them are in exterior zones at the moment. But yeah, outside of that though, my grind's pretty good. At least I believe that it is. It's just slow. Slow, but good. Faster than what it was last time you guys saw me live, though. Also, Wolf, make sure that you participate in the poll later. I've recognized that this is not as an entertaining grind as some of them are. So what we're going to be doing from now on is that I'm going to put a poll out tonight, and over the course of the next couple of days, since we're not doing this on Friday, I'm going to let you guys vote on if you want me to just move to do other grinds on stream and then continue doing this one off stream. Because I know that this was kind of a more boring grind to watch, where there's not as many things being killed. So I'm gonna let you guys vote on if you want me to keep doing this or not. Because I do know that there's less kills and it's less fun to watch for that reason. So, like I said, I'll let you guys vote on it. Don't think I have a male down there, do I? Usually he's like right in here if I have a male. No. Okay, so we should be fine. Let's go ahead and bounce down here. Hi, puppy. My dog has decided to come over here and ask for lovin's again. Mila, you can't cuddle right now. Daddy's busy. I'm sorry. Poor thing. She has her chin on my knee and is sitting here just wagging her tail. You can't cuddle. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. But you can't. Alright, we're gonna go check this zone down here, and then we're gonna make our way. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna come down here and check this area, and then we'll come back up here, work our way around, and then check this bank. Once we do that, I'm then gonna either reset. We'll probably have to reset time, and then we're gonna go back to the ponds again. Yeah, guys. Hopefully you've at least enjoyed today's stream. Thank you, Josh, for joining us. He's been really good in the chat. I thank you also for your subscription. That was amazing. But yeah, guys, like I said, we got about 20 minutes left, so we got about 20 minutes before we define the Great One. Hopefully he shows up. If not, like I said, I'm going to continue grinding him off stream. So if he ends up showing up, then you can guarantee that we're going to go live and I'm going to shoot him for you guys. But yeah, I am only going to get one. I don't think I enjoy the grind enough to do 2 grinds, but I will do at least 1. All right, is anything on this bank back here? Got a tapir. It's not what we're after though, so I'm not going to worry about him. Okay, usually I'll get them like right there on that point. If I'm going to get a Jaguar back here, they like that point. If there is no Jags, we're going to go back and check the last coast. And then we'll go back to the ponds. Alright, so we don't have a Jag down there. I do not see a Jag back here in that corner. Alright. Let's go ahead and finish out the night, at least on the river. Wolf, I hope he does, man. I hope he does, buddy. Like I said, I am really hoping it's the black one because I love, like, you know, the quote-unquote Black Panthers. So I really do want it to be the black one with the goat on the side of the body. But if it's not that one, I'm still going to be extremely happy with it. And again, I'm not going after more than one. I will be satisfied with 1 Jaguar. And then I'm going to pull everything up and I'm going to move to whitetail because I really want to get a whitetail off this map. I think this map is going to be a very goated map for the whitetail grind. So, be a nice change of pace, too, to get a mountain or a jungle whitetail. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, so our next grinds after this one is going to be the wolf, the black bear, the whitetail, and the fallow deer. Those, and then also the roe deer will come back at some point, too. But yeah, those are our next great ones that we're going to be working for once we get the Jaguar. And again, every stream it'll be something different, so. And by something different, I mean whatever else I want to grind for. Rebecca, welcome back. Glad to see you can make it for the last few minutes of the stream. Hopefully the great one shows up. Like I said, we have had a couple of streams where in the last minute the great one showed. So, it's been a while, but we have had that happen on the channel. So, hopefully it happens. And also, for anybody else out there that would like to help support the channel, I'm sorry if you guys are getting in here late. But if you feel like that I would be entertaining enough and you want to see us on my stream again, we will be live Friday for our monthly multiplayer stream. If you're on PS4 or PS5, you're more than welcome to join us. I open up my maps to the public that I don't do grinds on, and we all hunt together over open comms and everything. So, if you guys want to help support the channel, I'd really appreciate it. We stream 3 days a week, 3 hours apiece, and that will increase after we hit 1,000 subscribers. So, or at least I hope it will. But either way, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the stream. We have a 700 sub goal. Hopefully we reach 1,000 by the end of the year or more. And I really would appreciate anybody that subscribes. Hi, puppy. My dog will not leave me alone right now, guys. She is absolutely wanting attention. I've already scruffed you so much. Why can't you go lay down and just take it easy? Because, Daddy, I want your attention now, she says. You hush. No. I don't want to hear it. Nope. Mythical, let's go. Oh, there's 2. Hey, there's 2 down here. Let's go. That's a first. I've never had 2 down here before. What was that? Is that a 3rd one? No, it's tapir. Okay, so we got 2 here. I don't know if I can get both, but neither one of them are rares. And we got a stupid caiman attacking us. Go figure. Alright, let's see if we can make these shots. 1. 2. We got them both. Let's go. I hope that first mythical is not going to float. I do not see him floating. But we're going to go grab the 4-wheeler just in case. Dude, we were so lucky on those 2. Any diamonds? So we have 1 legendary today, but it did not make diamond. It was a troll. So all day today, we've only had one trophy potential, and it was a troll on us. So sadly, no diamonds today, but we have had one legendary. So at least we ain't going home without like something cool at least. And like I said, we might have enough time, just enough time to see if there's a great one on the pawns, because we got 15 minutes exactly now, and I am going to try to race across the pawns as fast as I can. Again, we don't have all the tents on them like I did earlier today, just because I wanted to put some more on the river. But we will try to get to as many of them as we can real quick and just see what's on the pawns. Whoa! I hit a stump and I about wrecked. Let's see. So there's our first one. Man, I really hope that mythical didn't, oh, this is him. Okay, good, so he didn't float, and then the level 7 is right there, okay. Dude, if we can get that more often than not, if we can get like 2 in one pawn and be able to get them both, dude, that'd be so helpful. Alright, guys, time for the pawns. This is our last check of the stream. I know that we got 15 minutes left, but honestly, if we reset time after this last run here, we will not have enough time to really hunt much, so... This is going to be it, guys. We're going to see what's on these pawns, and at the end of the pawn run, we're going to call it a stream. So, hopefully, we got something cool here. Got a tapir. That's a female that I need to swap. Where's the threat? Okay, so we do got a male here, it seems. Where is he? Now, I don't want to be in the tent, because if I'm in the tent, he will not approach us very well. Oh, there you are. What's up, brother? What's up, mate? Ha! Sucker. We'll take that. Alright, moving on. By the way, guys, if you do not have a headset, I'm going to tell you guys exactly how to handle the tigers. Watch your dog. If you have a dog, this is the only other way that you can tell exactly where the tigers are. Whenever they're starting to approach you, your dog will actually look in the direction of the tiger and bark. So, if you guys are wondering where the tiger is and you can't tell exactly which direction that he's coming from, just look down at your dog. It does not, as long as you have, I think the bloodhound is a really good one at it. But as long as you have a dog equipped and it shows that there's a threat nearby and your dog is barking, look at the direction your dog is looking. That is where you're being approached from. It has saved my butt so many times. So, yeah, if you guys don't use a headset and you can't hear the direction of the growls, or you guys just simply can't understand where he's coming from, look down at your dog as long as he is barking, because he will look in the direction of the Jaguar and he will bark at it. So, that is the best advice I can give you guys if you're doing the Jaguar grind and cannot figure out where the Jaguar is that's trying to attack you. Just simply look at your dog. Yeah, they can, Wolf. I've been killed, I think, by 3 of them after I shot. Yeah, and every time I jumped. I jumped every single time. Because I've had them get like that close to me, like that last one you saw. I've had them get that close to me before and me shoot them, and then they charge me as soon as you shoot them. I've also had 2 of them coming in at the same time, and I'll shoot one and the other one will kill me. So, yeah, that is, you gotta be very careful when hunting these things. But honestly, that's what makes it so much fun, to be honest, is that it gives it a little bit of a level of intensity that you don't get from, like, regular grinds. So, yeah, it is really cool. Level 5 medium. I might shoot that tapir, or her. I might shoot her, because, when I come down here, that tapir is here pretty much most every time I come here, and, I wouldn't care to have a chance at a rare or a diamond of them. I don't think I'll shoot it this time, but I might next. Alright, let's try to make our way across these pawns as fast as we can. I'll tell you what, we'll hit these later, because we have to run to them. Let's go to the pawns that we can fast travel to first, and then we'll go to the ones that you have to run for. Just to try to save some time. Dude, I love it when it rains on this map. I don't know what it is, but, like, I actually feel like it should be raining more often than it does. Because this is a rainforest, technically. And in my opinion, it should be raining almost every few minutes. Again, that might be a little bit of a hot take, but in my personal opinion, Peru is a legitimate rainforest. That's okay if he gets away, by the way, guys. He's just level 7. I can get him later. But, but yeah, in my opinion, this map should be a very rainy map. I get that people don't like the rain very much in some cases, but honestly, where it's literally a rainforest, I believe that it should be rain. You should have like 15 to 20 minute IRL gaps between rain, and then whenever it starts, it should rain for like at least 30 minutes to an hour IRL. Is the way that I look at it. What are you? Hey, we got a male here, finally. And he's just a normal mythical, so we are going to pop him with the 375. Smoked him. We'll take that. See, that right there is what I wish they would always do. And now I get that some of them are going to run. It makes it different. But it would be really, really helpful if every time you fast traveled and was in a Jaguar side, it would just immediately try to approach you. So that way you wouldn't have to worry about so many of them running away if you were doing the grind. Let's see. Anything out here? Just Tapir again. What are you? That is a female, so I'll need to worry about her later. And I don't see anything else out this way. Alright, let's go check our other pawns. These 3 pawns are usually, especially this one is really good for my Jags. So we'll go check and see what's there. Alright. Let's head towards this pond. This is one of my favorite ponds. Again, this is an exterior pond for anybody that's doing this grind. This is not part of the spawn trap. Your spawn traps on this map are these 4 down here. And then I believe this one too, if I ain't mistaken. These are exterior zones, which means that they're gonna end up on this creek or in the other ponds. But you do have a zone that's like right in here that sometimes comes in, and that's a main zone as well. But yeah, the two places that you mainly want to focus is all this area, and then you also want to focus these 4 ponds and this area down in here. But for me, on my map, I do not have very many Jaguars in that bottom area as far as like where they are, and I also don't have many at the top. So until I shoot them to where they're all coming to those zones, I just basically have to just go everywhere. Nearly out of time, both in the game as well as IRL, guys. We've got 10 minutes of time left in the game before the drink zone's in. And we have literally about 6 minutes left IRL. Because I gotta get the taco meat going. My wife and I are having tacos tonight, and I told her I would start the meat whenever the stream ends. Do we have a male respawn here? Please don't kill us, honey. We're just checking the pond. Is a level 7. That's not bad. I think I have 2 diamond tapirs, if I ain't mistaken. I know I have 1. I know I at least have 1. There's a mythical. Nah, he's nothing special, so we'll take him at 375. Turn around, buddy. You know what? I think we're going to try for this shot right there. Yeah, we got it. Over the back and through the spine. We got it. Let's go. Don't try that without the 375. Yeah, we're just going to try to keep our distance from the female. She is literally right there. If she attacks us, that ain't that big of a deal. Sorry for going silent. I'm just kind of keeping track of my surroundings at the moment. I think the female gave up. There's no longer a threat nearby, so she ran off. Alright, nice little rosetted. And guys, unfortunately, that is where the stream is going to come to an end. We don't have enough time to check the other 4 ponds. I will check them probably later on tonight. Again, I've got some more tweaking to do with my grind to get it just right. Also, don't forget, I will have a poll out on the channel here in just a few minutes for you guys to vote on whether you want this grind to continue on stream or not. I understand that it's kind of boring. There's a lot fewer animals being killed. So if you guys would rather see me go back to do like the fallow deer and the other animals and then just bring this back when the great one shows, I will. But either way, guys, don't forget about the poll. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I love you all. And I'll see you guys Friday for our multiplayer stream. Peace out, everybody.